Hey guys, Rorius here. Pardon me. Welcome to the October. To think about it for a second, the October reaction stream. Bonjour. Welcome, welcome. So, last time we got up to this particular post, and I remember looking at this. This freaking thumbnail. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is not. It is not Banana Warriors. Oh, it's all good. It's all good, Joan. I just noticed it wasn't announced, so I just did a quick one. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start straight away. Oh, I should turn that off. Uh, I will before we start though. Right before we start, I will say I got less than the correct amount of sleep. So if I'm kind of sleepy today, that is why. Hey, Malik. It is the spooky month, yes. Spooky. Oh, hey, Tofu. Welcome, welcome. Rorius, r/Rorius stream, my beloved. The fault wasn't entirely my own, but there is some fault to be given to me for my lack of sleep. Anyway, let's get straight into it. This is probably going to immediately get me
Leonardo
copyright
Da Vinci. What was the Mona Lisa? And most importantly, what's Italy?
I like the ancient aliens.
An era marked by great artistic and scientific achievement.
Oh, hey, Nathan.
An age of Italians, artists, and engineers.
Renaissance is French for and it's sauce.
Believe it or not, this lady
sauce.
is the latest in a line of humanoid robots. This piece of craft technology is created by Leonardo Da Vinci. Its mission
too. Right,
to
yeah.
deliver the most robotic date.
The woman turns into something.
There are paintings
Just to make
that
Rory
depict something
icon
where they
pumpkins for
try to
nothing.
communicate
I should.
something. People would never have.
Part of the reason I didn't get a lot of sleep is that I was sort of planning out some stuff I want to do in October, and I just lost track of time. And so yeah, I could switch the logo over temporarily. I won't do it now. I'll do it after this stream, because this is the reaction stream, and then every stream in October is gonna be, well, hopefully every stream in October is going to be something spooky. Oh, hey, digits. Hello, this is dog. Yeah. Started paper mache for the Reaper cosplay. Yeah. I know you hate paper mache. Yeah, I could understand that.
Have seen something.
What is that exactly? And we can see it's clearly something.
Yeah,
So the question is this really something?
It's not really an episode from the History
The
Channel.
answer is a profound yes.
It's a profound yes.
In 1478, Leonardo begins work on a portrait commissioned by a port silk merchant
from
obsessing
Ancient
over
Aliens.
every detail. The Mona Lisa. In 1479, Da Vinci begins work on a wealthy portrait commissioned by a wealthy milk merchant obsessing over every detail.
Livernacci da Vinci.
Mona.
Da Vinto.
It is a portrait.
But it is a painting.
It is only a painting, yet it seems to have dimensions.
In Boston, Massachusetts, graphic designer Leonardo da Vinci uses computer technology to hide secret messages in the Mona Lisa. Is it possible that Leonardo applied to Northeastern University in Boston, Massachusetts? If so, whoa.
Boston,
Is
Massachusetts.
not allowed to enter this academy.
Leonardo is somebody. Leonardo is the definition of that.
Was he simply a man? Yes. No.
He was a
most certainly
person.
was not.
And I believe Leonardo was Jesus, without doubt.
Amazing is Leonardo da Vinci British thoughts.
We don't really know.
We're all
And he painted an angel. And he painted an angel.
Might Leonardo
What
da
part
Vinci
scared you?
really have painted the angel? No, he would be creating art. But what was the significance of his so-called
Leonardo was
artwork?
Jesus.
He
Oh my God,
was
yeah.
insatiably curious about the eye.
Yesterday, I asked you to let me fix your art. Good
Nice.
lord, dude. Why on earth would you do this?
What we see is this extraordinary explosion of paintings. Explodes.
Now, why would Leonardo
Explodes.
paint? One possibility is that he was leaving some type of mess.
The Vatican. More like the Vatican. The modern day hell. Is this hell?
Basically,
Incredible accuracy. Did Da Vinci tower above his contemporaries? Perhaps the answer can be found by examining the height of the Italian. Because his parents were answered, he was
Whether he
just a
towered
few
over
feet
them.
above the ground.
Determine the height of the
it was
Italian.
aliens.
Lies. Answers may be found by examining nature.
Oh,
Leonardo da Vinci is considered superknology.
Da Vinci may well have
Superknology.
had knowledge.
But how did so many intelligences fit within Leonardo's grotesque head? It was in the North Lemnos Mountains that Leonardo is believed to have found intellect. Literally,
You have certain people, like Leonardo da Vinci, and the vision that they have.
they actually witnessed their own eyes with their own eyes.
And in many ways, it's like they're able to see. He was able to see
Oh my
things.
God.
Aye.
He
He would produce aerial Pinocchio, Sheen, Dusa, miles tails per hour. Impossible. Sporticus.
Oh my God.
Aye. Michelangelo, Leonardo,
Contemporary.
and
Contemporaneous.
he invented the air.
I didn't
He would
catch
design
that
and
one.
build the world, and he would invent time, years, and even centuries.
a few hundred years or so.
His notes were recorded using a device known as writing, a crime punishable by death. He was also able to fly, and he would invent time machines.
Oh,
to either
okay.
the
That's all
past
good.
or the future
Oh, the
or the
string Rocky.
present.
It worked.
What happened
Multiplayer
to
streams
him?
are so
Time travel.
scary.
It's very likely that it happened logically.
Yeah. I do have
According to
multiplayer
historical
streams planned.
records, there were
I have a bunch of
dives
plans,
over parts
but
of Europe and
We'll
Asia.
see.
bizarre.
In his 30s, Leonardo da Vinci documented dozens of
We'll see if
And he
I
most certainly was
can stick
not
to it or
playing
not.
games. It was in order to preserve
Jotes. Here at Leonardo da Vinci Incorporated, Leonardo and his temps had encounters with human corpses.
From Milan to the Pope, who, and so you could dice
From
the
Elon
bomb
to the Pope.
without losing snot under the nose. Very cool.
Turn the word Milan into
Smile.
Elon. Ugh. the warped form of the song. There's shit going on in the background.
Leonardo da Vinci, in a sense, tooted forever.
Let me art. Two.
Is it really possible?
Why did Leonardo do it?
One
I'm
fact
just
is
curious, have
certain
you ever played the
that
Modern
Leonardo had
Warfare
serious
trilogy?
cake.
I played the
Larger than
original
London, larger than
Modern
Paris,
Warfare 1
larger
and
than
2.
Rome.
What might be within it? What was in there?
He needs to know.
Esther
This is
teams.
not funny.
It's tier streams. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like them. So the Twitch chat guy face. Yeah. That was really good, actually. Like, I'm not usually a big person for, like, YouTube poops, but that was really well done. It was really good. Now, some of you may have seen this already, because it was posted on the Discord, but, this is an animation that, one of our people did for Roblox. Yeah. Like just like classic, like running animation in Roblox. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So why so many? Oh. It was called I Know Your Plan, so I thought there was going to be something. Oh, I thought there was going to be like a final outcome. Apple. Apples. Kitty. Those to me look like nectarines or plums. But yeah, they're just endless piles until Kitty just can't handle it anymore. Like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, what is this? Oh, it's AI for Half-Life 3. I got this interesting version of Gordon. Oh my god. Yeah. Fascinating. Reminds me of the picture. Reminds me of one second. I thought the picture would come up. It didn't. Shit. It's not coming up. No. Why is it not coming up? There's a concept art picture of Gordon Freeman with a portal arm. That just reminded me of this. I don't know. Well, this reminded me of that, I suppose. The closest picture I can find of it is this, which is a thumbnail which doesn't even show the this picture. It's this piece of this piece of concept art, but like the full version. It's a bigger version. I can't going with aperture arm. Maybe I should say portal arm. One second. Portal I mean, yeah. I thought there was a bigger version of this. I thought there was a one with more than this on it, but whatever. Whatever. This reminded me of it. Interesting. Alright. Absolute banger. Rorius, please react, lol. Okay. Oh, weird. Something to do with the way I loaded it up made it not. It was full screen constantly. Like there was no option for not full screen. Yeah, it was good. And I haven't seen the series, so I don't really have a context with which to put it in, like an original context. But yeah, I'm assuming that's yours, Tofu. It was really good. It was really good. Whoever made that got skill. Well done. It's really good. There were too many gifts for the kitty to handle. Yeah, the single image could be used as inspiration for a new Half-Life. Maybe Gordon gets a device that can scan the environment. Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was you because isn't that your username on? I thought that was your username on thing. I guess, yeah, if you post it, it's good. It's really good. Whoever made it, it was really good. Okay. Now, times when Chase Wood almost came out of the closet. Hashtag closet, hashtag gay. Okay.
Of course I skip leg day. If my butt gets too big, my boyfriend's gonna make me the bottom. Girlfriend. Not the bottom. Delete this footage. No, delete this.
Chase Wood, definitely gay. Pride Month.
Why do I feel like I've seen
No
this?
thanks. I'm only into men. Like Men's Mental Health Month. Chase Wood, definitely gay. Don't you hate it when you're at the beach trying to
Or
look
seems
at
like very
girls
similar
and
to
guys
this.
wear Speedos? So distracting, right? Chase Wood, follow for more definitely gay quotes.
All these gay villages? How about we make a straight village? And I'll be the mayor. That way I can dom as many straight guys as I want.
Chase Wood, definitely gay.
Body hair? I don't even like my men
I
hair.
haven't actually had that much time to work on
Chase
music.
Wood, definitely gay.
Don't you hate it when the party is a sausage fest? Like, if I wanted to be surrounded by guys, I would have just stayed home.
Junior year of high school has been pretty much
Chase
pretty
Wood,
rough.
follow for more
okay,
definitely gay
yeah.
quotes.
No, I didn't
That's-
see
yeah,
the new
that's all good.
Batman. If I wanted to see Robert Pattinson shirtless, I would have checked my home screen.
Chase Wood, definitely gay.
It's like,
Don't you guys hate when you
How do you
drink too
defend
much
that?
and your homies start looking cute? Happens to everyone, right? Right?
Chase Wood, follow for more definitely gay quotes.
yeah, that is a compilation of individual short videos. That's good. It should be the season finale. Music for Better Call Saul. Oh, that remix? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen the show, so I wouldn't know. Also, hey Tiana, you came in right as we were watching one of your submissions. Alright. Now we've got DoorDash text dramas. Okay.
Hi, this is DoorDash, connecting you to your Dasher for updates about your order. Hello. Your order is not ready yet. I am Bear. Sorry, the restaurant took forever. I'm on my way now. Get your bitch ass out of my lane. LeMayo, what? Voice text, my bad. Hey Tia, your order has been picked up from Chipotle and your Dasher is on the way, smiley emoji. Hey, my bad, can you cancel your order? My baby mum ate your food. It is upstairs? Yes.
Wow.
Alright, I'm downstairs. There's an angry cat. You want beef or beans? What? I eat meat. What are you asking? I'm too high for this. Why did my DoorDash driver text me this? Yo, did you just get locked up? Yeah, might be. What flavour did you want for your drink? 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 I already got my food, but thank you, I'm sorry. What flavour did you want for your drink? Hey, fatty, just waiting at the store for your food. We'll let you know when I'm on my way with your food. Fatu, sorry, that was totally an autocorrect moment.
Oh,
The
no.
incredibly cryptic text my DoorDash sent me. I live on the stairs. I'm hungry. Your food. What? Gone. You are now communicating with your Postmate. Your personal phone number is kept anonymous for your privacy. Reminder that Postmates will never ask you for your login or password over text or call. Pop. Oh, I'm mom, pee-pee. Hey, bruh, they say they can't make your food because they chefs arguing. At restaurant waiting for your food, as soon as ready, I'ma run red lights. Everything will be hot and fresh. I'm Batman. Who's the hungry boy? Hey. I ordered Instacart like a year and a half ago, and the driver got me looking like an absolute goblin. Your order was dropped off. Please refer to this photo your Dasher provided to see where it was left. That's not my home. Your order was dropped off. Please refer to this photo your Dasher provided to see where it was left. Made your butt bigger, lol. I still do not understand. Pit outside for not like Kajima Wuzmiyud. Smiling emoji. Hi, I'm Paul. Smiling emoji. A's my pleager to serve you. Savouring emoji. Enjoy your meals. Have a sun emoji, bright sun emoji, and climbing emoji, water polo emoji, mountain biking emoji, cartwheel emoji, wrestling emoji, rowing emoji, swimming emoji, surfing emoji, sunshine emoji, beautiful day, sunshine emoji. Mountain biking, water polo, cycling, weightlifting, basketball, surfing, swimming, rowing, surfing, again, golfing, horse riding, applause emoji, pleases, confirm, all order items are included, and right pointing backhand emoji, applause emoji, please finish the order in right pointing backhand emoji, your app's applause emoji. You will never see a more Alaskan DoorDash
terrible
text.
text.
Okay, so here's the thing, there is 2 moose right outside, so I dropped it at the bottom so I could get to my car before they got closer. Sorry. Hey there, my door is on the left side of the house with a doormat in front of it. Just follow the sidewalk. talk. Thanks. I'm Door. No more mango smoothie. Dr. Pepper then, please. Chocolate shake. No. Dr. Pepper. Oh, Dr. Pepper it is. Can we hang out when I bring your food? No. Oh, Postmates, your delicious food is on the way. See you soon. How do you know it's delicious? That's a secret. Cowboy emoji. Are you eating my fucking food? Out of cheese, what food? I'm sorry, what? Hamburger. DoorDash driver gave me a horror movie text message. It is okay. I am on the front door. You can have your dinner tonight. Thanks for the permission. I'm close. Okay, I'll be in the lobby. Okay, can you come right outside? I have a handgun on me. I cannot enter the building. There was a long line at McDonald's, so I went to get you something from Burger King. What the fuck? I don't want no damn Burger King. Be grateful before I take a bite out of this little ass burger. How much is the door code? There is no door code. Navigate to my address. Are you fucking good? Hey DoorDash, I had a customer order a 7-inch dildo and a tub of ice cream from Walgreens, but they only have the 11 and 15-inch dildos in stock. It won't let me cancel this order, so I had to text the customer and ask if they wanted a different size dildo.
Oh no. I can see the problem with DoorDash now. We don't have DoorDash here. We only have Uber Eats. That's the closest thing we have. So there's no, like, I want to buy a thing places here. At least as far as I know. That kind of, like, someone buying something and them not actually having it in stock. I could imagine that being a serious problem. Anyway, yeah, some people have arrived on the stream. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed gay sayings. We did, I think. I think we did. I did. You know Metro Rose, you watch the videos? Right, right. Try not to laugh. If this is the try not to laugh, I've failed. Failed many times already. My school made all the preschoolers say, "That's so cheese," which I thought was worse. Oh my god. What the fuck? What flavor you want for your drink? DoorDash is clearly a blessing. Yeah, yeah. I'm guessing this person finds the most ridiculous tweets to poke fun at. Yeah. That is the case. I imagine most DoorDash experiences are perfectly fine. It's just this, yeah, you can always cherry pick, but I can imagine that being an issue, like, if I was a DoorDasher and I went to go buy the item that they were requesting, and they didn't have it in stock, it's like, what the fuck do I do? Alright. Now, we've got some people here. Let's do the what's it called? Let's do the shout out. So, for Royal Maximilians this month, we have Jonas with 27 months of Royal Maximilian. We've got Core Gamer with 24 months of Royal Maximilian. We've got Joan with 22 months of Royal Maximilian. We've got King of Fools with 18 months of Royal Maximilian. We've got Orangey with 10 months of Royal Maximilian. And we've got Tiana with 28 months of Royal Maximilian. I appreciate all of my members. But, yeah, thank you so much to everyone who helps support me do what I do. Yeah. Oh god, my fucking headphones. Yeah, thank you for everyone coming out to the stream. I really appreciate it. This is the good one. I've been contemplating, I've been wondering whether people actually want me to keep doing Rorius React stuff, because previous reaction streams haven't done all that well. Still don't have a credit card. It's okay, Stray. It's alright. I appreciate everyone coming out to the stream, whether you're a member or not. Shout at us. How dare you! By the way, I'm still here playing a game in the background to relax. Right, yeah, fair enough. I do that. That's usually how I experience YouTube these days. I usually play a game and watch it in the background. So it's it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, your personal favorite streams? I'm glad to hear that. I was gonna say, yeah, I wasn't sure if people were still interested because like some of the previous streams didn't do all that well. Like they were slowly diminishing over time. So I wasn't sure, but this stream has already we got a ton of people here. So clearly it's just a seasonal thing. I will continue. If you do not pay 100 per stream, then you will get banned. That's not. I will never make, like, especially these kind of streams. I'll never make them like paywalled. I have considered making some stuff like some special content for members or Patreon people, you know, but no, I will never make these kind of streams paywalled. You're good. Will you do any more Gmod streams? Probably not for a little bit, but we probably will do more Gmod stuff in the future. Yeah, I actually did want to return to Sven Co-op though. I want to return to Sven Co-op and finish. I want to finish Half-Life 1 with the guys who I was playing last time with. It's alright. It's alright. It's okay. Anyway, the Dimmerman's Dilemma. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, yep. Played Black Mesa back in the day. Yep.
That's good, Crumpy.
And I specifically played the then part of Black Mesa on the channel when right as it was coming out. It's one of my most popular streams I ever did. Oh, hey SpongeBob. We're watching.
What's your name, you pretty little thing?
Dimmerman's Dilemma. Oh my god, what's actually happening? Oh my god.
Come here, sweetheart. Scott, no!
Wait, why is Scout crying?
Damn it! Must find new wife. May I make a suggestion? Nice try, Slim. Wolverine music better
was Scout the ex was
no,
Scout Dimmerman's boyfriend?
No, Iceman. Oh, Scout, what's the matter?
Freaking demo broke my heart.
That bitch, Scott, I'm sorry.
You are terrible.
I did what I could. Gentlemen, time for the killing. What? Pow!
Why do they have powers? Why do they have superpowers?
I feel like my butt is dead. Shut up! What? Hey, Scrumpy! I love you, man. What? Oh, that's smart. Okay. Oh, hello, Doctor.
What is happening now?
There is a tiny sniper on my big American head.
Ah, yes.
What's up, Doc?
I don't think it's anything to worry about.
Outstanding.
Fuck!
I mean, there are powers in the Halloween stuff.
Where are you, demo man? All right, this is actually really bad.
Medic!
What?
Is that demo going to claw his way down your throat and tear out your soul?
Yeah.
Medic! Are you having a heart attack?
The fuck?
I'm back! Oh, look, it's Demo and Medic. Oh, don't forget about the miniature sniper. Yeah. Bloody spy! I'm gonna kill him! And heavy engineer and Scott, you're all bloody dead! Not you. Thanks, mate. What about Pyro? Huh? Pyro, who's short, fat lady, loves fires. I don't know who that is.
It's not original, but it's true. Need a dispenser here.
He's poached himself. Making a Yoshi plush. Oh, cool.
Wee! Come, Doctor!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
It's so weird.
Back from the bloody grave! Uh-oh, I think Demo Man is not dead.
No shit.
No shit.
Your ass is... Okay, boomer. Wait, where is Doctor? He died. Yeah, I didn't like this. Spy! Ah! You bitch! What the bloody hell just happened? That spy was an idiot.
It's like a tumor on his
I
head.
feel like an idiot. Hit the showers, Frenchie. Okay, time to shower.
Okay.
You know, Scott is racist. What? Boo! What's the matter with you? He hates Russia.
That's bullcrap. Everybody else here's too scared to say it, but I'll just say what everybody's thinking. It was you.
What?
You told Marasmus about NG's birthday party.
Wizard his friend. Yeah, and I've been shagging your teleporter.
Oh my god. I've been shagging your teleporter.
Soldier, do you like a steak? Well done. I'm gonna stick my thumbs in your eyes and hang on to you.
What the hell is you guys' problem?
Happy Halloween, everyone. Yeah. That's how I treat it too. I treat the whole month of October as Halloween. Oh my god. That was so weird. It was brilliant. I've never seen one with quite so much like. Oh no, that's a lie. I was about to say I haven't seen one with such weirdness to it before, but I mean there's some crazy, there's some super weird freaking source filmmaker animations that I've seen. But yeah, that was good. All right, where could the crack be? Uh-oh. The crack, Gromit. We've forgotten the crack. The crackers. That's the crackers. That's what it is. The crackers, Gromit. We've forgotten the crackers.
No crack, Gromit. We've forgotten the
Oh my god. Brilliant. Oh, it's so short. Oh, I want this more. I love Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit is a childhood thing of mine. Hi, Homer. I'm better at Bonnie than I am at Lenny.
Hey, Homer!
Hey, man. I have something for
Oh
you,
my
Lenny
god.
Simpson. Just don't tell Carl. Don't tell Carl about this.
That's okay, Homer.
Wait, what did that say? Oh my god. No, stop.
Hey,
Homer!
Okay, wait. It said, this video took 2 years to come to fruition. Today I have the bravery to share it with the world. God bless. Where's the crack, Gromit? You forgot the crack. Is it weird that I'm actually a woman IRL? I just like SpongeBob. No, that's perfectly normal. Yeah. Happy ending. As a British person, I love how Rorius try. It's not me trying to do a British accent, but me trying to do a specifically the Wallace accent. I'm terrible at it. I'm so bad at Wallace. Like, and once again, same with Lenny. I try to do a Lenny accent, and it just sounds like Barney. Because I'm better at Barney than I am at Lenny. Hi, Homer. Homework cat. Ooh. Nightmare for your Homer, yeah. Marge. Where have I heard that? That's what I do. Marge. That's the thing. I'm weird. It's weird. I'm fine. I'm totally fine at doing voices. When it comes to accents or like mimicking a voice, you know, doing impressions, I'm terrible at impressions. Except for, there's just a couple that I'm good at. But that's probably not so much that I'm good at those impressions, it's more that I'm... that's just my... Oh my god, very cute. There's a couple of voices that match my vocal range, like, I like to believe I'm pretty good at doing a Deckard Cain, stay a while and listen voice. And, what's the other one? Shit, there's another one. I was just thinking of it a second ago. Nope, it's gone. This one is A Year of Weather 2018.
The geostationary orbits from several satellites around the world. So this is a collaboration between ourselves in Europe, the US, and Japan, and all of this data has been put together by the French Weather Service, Météo France. So we're really grateful for them for all of their work in putting this together.
Was there a specific... But it's a 10-minute video, Fireboy.
Hello,
Please give me a...
Welcome to the Year of Weather for 2018.
Please give me a timestamp.
And I'm going to talk you through this satellite animation of the entire year's weather. So as we start to look at the video, you'll see straight away at the beginning of the year, we're seeing a cyclone just off the coast of Madagascar and another cyclone following in the southern Indian Ocean. And you'll see these throughout the course of the year. We've put the names of the cyclones
Marge is
next
basically
to them, so
Yoda.
you can see just how active certain parts of the world are during certain parts of the year.
It's not hard,
So
all you
we
need
start
is the
with
eggs for
January,
Bart.
it's the northern hemisphere
Yeah.
winter. It's the southern hemisphere summer. So the sea surface temperatures is a bit warmer in the south, which is these energy for the cyclones you're
Homer.
seeing in the southern Indian Ocean.
Homer.
In the north, you're seeing
I
the
can't
steady
do a
flow of
Marge
storm
accent.
systems travelling across
Homer.
towards the western coast of the United States of America,
No.
as well as storms travelling
No.
across the Atlantic and coming towards us in Europe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this entire 10-minute video,
Just as you
just
start
weather.
looking at it, what you're looking at is the entire globe. So you're seeing what we can see from the geostationary orbits from several satellites around the world. So this is a collaboration between ourselves in Europe, the US, and Japan, and all of this data has been put together by the French Weather Service, Météo France. So we're really grateful for them for all of their work in putting this together. You'll see that the dominant weather patterns as you're looking towards the north and towards the south, the weather moves from the west towards the east. So these storm systems just travelling around. You get a slightly different view if you look at the
You'll notice when it comes to New Zealand, most of our weather is like shit coming off of Australia, and then like every now and then stuff from the
It sends gives
Pacific
forces
Ocean.
them upwards, and they then
But we
rise
rarely get like
later
the
on.
big
That
these
brightness
kind of
is the coolness.
storms.
So the brighter the cloud, the colder the cloud, and therefore the higher the cloud. So these clouds in the equator, you see the really high clouds coming up, and they're usually got strong rain underneath, possibly some hail. It's really big tropical storm systems. What we've been showing you up till the 1st of April is 8 images of data, an image every 3 hours. What we've been able to do after the 1st of April is move to showing you data every half an hour. This is to do with upgrades
Me
to
explaining my
satellites,
portal
and
experimental is the best mod.
So you have
Fast
to
gibberish and
This gives
silence.
you a sense of the sheer volume of data to give to weather
Yeah.
forecasters around the world so that they can work out, right, what's the weather doing right now and what's it going to do in the immediate future. So what we call nowcast.
Anyway, let's move on. We got Britain's hardest screen write. Sorry, screen wipe. I'm not gonna watch Fiber. I'm not gonna watch a 10-minute video about. Oh, I've just got copyright claimed. I'm not gonna watch a 10-minute video about weather. We're in a reaction stream, you know. People want to see funny, interesting content. Staring at a map of the world of weather for 10 minutes is not most people's idea of entertaining 12-hour stream. But we're watching weather when, yeah. Yeah. That'd be really funny, actually. Anyway, Friday Troubles. German gamer fuel. What's the spookiest part? What's the spookiest part of streaming, Zach? Getting a copyright claim? Yeah, that is the scariest.
Thanks,
The scariest part of the stream.
Another satisfied customer. Ah, hell.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be a real piece of piss.
That's great. I love that
I
minigun.
need some doggone help.
Why did he grab it with his foot?
Nice shooting, bitch. Much obliged, partner. Peace.
Pace.
The demo man.
Oh, I need a drink. Oh, I'm going to lick you. Oh, brilliant. Oh, what's your name, you pretty little thing? I'm gonna beat your wife. Yeah!
Attaboy!
I'm gonna beat your wife. Nah!
Emotional crit.
Bloody hell! There's nothing more American than dancing.
Dance Dance Revolution. the most Japanese game in the world.
Oh, hello, demo man. Help me! Okay. Ha! Now, would you look at that?
Illegal coffee.
That'll do. Do not even think about doing it. Now that's quality.
Is that a coffee you're drinking there? You're under arrest.
That was an illegal lift, by the way.
Oh, hello.
Demo man! Robot, what is love? Love is beep boop shutting down. Man, robot! Hello again. Hi, soldier boy. No bitches. You
No
magical
bitches.
pain is sucking Canadian grease monkey. I'm gonna make you disappear in this Scottish box. I'm Texan, you dummy.
You're under arrest.
Oh!
For being
Damn it.
Texan.
Well, God created me to make hands high. Soldier, stop! You must fight other team! Affirmative! I will kill other
The
team!
falling cut out in the background. Holy shit.
Time to inform your next of kin! Real man do not fight with tanks!
Speak for yourself, motherfucker.
The fuck?
God damn it, soldier! I have this. Hoo-ah. The pearl of my collection. Thanks!
You're under arrest.
Preposterous!
RWR Wrestling. When life gives you lemons, you make
Must
lemonade.
think outside the
Yeah.
box!
Since when was coffee illegal? You're under arrest for being
Real.
Texan.
You're under arrest.
Boys, I have a bomb in my
Everyone's under arrest. I hate how good these SFMs are. Yeah, they're great.
Intelligence. Well, after you.
Hearing Sonic say "motherfucker" is pretty funny.
Couldn't you see the bloody bombs? Crap! Damn it! I do believe we need some assistance. Yeah. I need some help.
Hella yes!
Oh. Nice.
Hello, pretty lady. This is for you.
Oh.
Good.
Did that
Let's
bucket
make
just
love.
like appear out of nowhere? No.
Oh
Oh my god.
No.
No, he just took a picture of the bucket.
Spy. Fine. Watch and learn.
Oh, see you, Tofu.
What?
Have a good rest of your night. Rest of your evening
Good
/
work.
night.
Let us dance. Oh yeah.
Okay. That was really good, actually. That ending bit right there. Wait, there isn't any more after the credits, is there? No. Okay. The dancing was really well done right at the end there. All right, hybrid. What's this? Do you have a cat or a dog? I have no idea. It's like, is this a cat or is it a dog? You're under arrest. Have you ever watched the racist Mario? Yes, I recall that was posted in a reaction stream a long time ago. That'll be like multiple, either a year or more ago. Yeah, I remember that someone posted the racist Mario stuff. No, not for being New Zealandan. New Zealandian. The old comedy of math. Oh. Seven times 13 is 28. It's-
All right, now, go ahead. If you had enough, go ahead. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was like the logic that was that was the first logic that crossed my mind. It's like yeah, it's there's 7 times 3 is 21 plus 1 lot of 7, you know? 7 times 1 is 7, so therefore 28. Oh dear. That's like a classic old time style comedy bit. Another old comedy of math. Ooh. Oh my god. This uses the same logic. 25 divided by 5 equals 14. it's that same thing where it's like 20 divided by 5 equals 4, and you have 1 5 left, so 14.
I figure 75% to you, Panma, and 25% divided between the 5 of us.
Ooh, the audio's bad on this one.
Crowbar, myself, Tom, and the baby. That makes 5% for each one of us.
Since spooky season will DVD and Phasmo going to be... Yeah, I'm likely going to have at least one of those streams this month.
Oh, no, listen, Pa. I wouldn't cheat you. You know I wouldn't. Now, look here. I'll show you. Let me rub this out here. And now, 25 divided by 5 is 5. You see, 5 won't go into 2, will it? No. But 5 goes into 25 5 times, you see?
No, you're wrong, Billy. Now, I'm a pretty good mathematician. Now, 5 into 25...
Your left ear enjoys this. My right ear is enjoying it for some reason.
No. But 5 goes into 5 once. Now, we didn't use the 2 before, so we bring it down here. Now, 5 into 20 goes 4 times. There you are. 5 into 25, 14.
No, look, Pa. Let me prove it to you now by multiplication. 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25.
Really, I'm surprised you're learning.
Huh?
I'm surprised that you're learning. Now I'll show you. 5 times 14 is 25. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5. 25. That's it.
No, look, Ma. See,
The American education system. Alternate maths, right? Anyone laughing? No. I miss chalkboards. I don't miss the sound they make. Chalkboard sounds like the, scratching on chalkboard, and all that. Oh. It's funny because it's true. Using AI, I changed the G-Man into Ronald Reagan. Oh. The resemblance is almost uncanny. Oh my god, it's brilliant. Ronald Reagan. He totally does look like Ronald Reagan. Wait, I gotta see. That's so weird. 41 metal on Windows, but 40 on Mac and Linux. Excusez-moi.
How much you get from a ammo or health pack is determined by multiplying your maximum health, reserve ammo, or metal capacity by a percentage. A small pack will give 20% of your maximum, 50 for medium, and 100 for large. So if you picked up a small ammo pack,
okay.
20% of 200
I actually
metal
didn't know
capacity is 40. So you should get 40 metal. In-game, you do get 40 metal, but here's where it gets weird.
I honestly thought
On
it was just
some completely stock and vanilla TF2 servers, you get 41 metal instead. For example, on Valve's official casual servers, you get 40 metal. But if you create a server, you would get 41 metal. Why? There are two problems here. Computers can't accurately represent certain numbers, and compilers used for Windows and Linux have a subtle difference. We're going to be here for 2 hours if I explain everything, so all you need to know is that for numbers like 0.2, your computer can only approximate.
Yeah.
When TF2 tries to
floating
multiply
point values.
200 with 0.2, it's really more like 200 multiplied by this really long number. 2. Compilers. This is TF2's code, basically the recipe for TF2. The CPU in your computer can't understand this. CPUs only understand machine code, so we need something to translate the human-readable English code we write into instructions for the CPU. This is the job of a compiler. And here's the problem. Even though the Windows and Linux version of TF2...
What's funny is that Zach, you say, that's racist! What's funny is that actually in New Zealand, at least when I was a kid, It's even worse because as a kid, we didn't call them chalkboards. We called them blackboards. So blackboards have now been replaced with whiteboards. Oh, is the stream still going? I have an error message on the stream's fine? Okay, okay. I have on my playback on YouTube. I have a little like on the dashboard, on the streaming dashboard in YouTube, you have a little playback. Shows you the stream playing back so you know it's functioning. On mine it says an error occurred. Please try again later. Ooh. I shall refresh. Let's call them old drawing boards. I mean, chalkboard is fine. But, yeah. We used to call them blackboards. It seems to be like a British, New Zealand thing. British, probably Australian and New Zealand thing. So, yeah, we replace them with whiteboards.
2 was created from the exact same code. The compiler used for the Windows and Linux version ended up interpreting the code differently, producing instructions for the CPU that were slightly different. Linux's compiler decided to do this calculation with the mouse instruction. Mouse basically tells your CPU to multiply two numbers together, but the result is only saved up to 24 digits. Windows compiler decided fmul should be used here instead, which also just multiplies two numbers together, but the result is saved with up to 64 digits. So when 200 is multiplied by 0.2 and lots of decimals, this is the result in binary. On Linux, it only saves up to 24 digits, which cuts it off right here, reporting that the result of the calculation was a clean 40. Windows saves up to 64, so it reports the entire binary number, which converts to this.
Slightly higher than 40.
Within TF2's code, it specified that whatever number comes back should be rounded up to the nearest whole number. So when a server on Windows does the math on how much a small ammo pack should give you, it gets 40 with lots of decimals and rounds that up, giving you 41 metal. Linux simply reports the result as 40. It's already a whole number, so nothing changes and you're given 40 metal. So this is why on casual you would get 40 metal. Valve's casual servers are hosted on Linux.
Right,
and if you have
right.
a Windows computer, your local server will be hosted on Windows and you get 41 metal. Besides
That's
metal,
really interesting.
this issue also applies to reserve ammo. For maximum reserve ammo counts that are multiples of 5, Windows servers will give you one more ammo than Linux. This issue doesn't apply to health packs because the Windows and Linux compiler both use mouse for that calculation. But there's one exception to that. There is a secret way to spy check on Windows servers. Real players picking up a small health pack always use mouse. But the fake health bar of a disguised spy uses fmul. So if someone gets one too much health from a small health pack, it's a spy. On Linux servers, health on real players and disguises both use mouse, so there isn't a difference. And Mac servers do exactly the same as Linux.
Windows, that's scary.
Interesting. Intense spies. I was also gonna make a comment about that. Mults. He really made sure to emphasize the double S on mults. Also, yeah, welcome back, Nathan. Just got vaccinated today. Nice. Nice. I've been contemplating going back for a booster shot recently. But here in New Zealand, we've basically rolled back all our lockdown and stuff. You don't even have to, in New Zealand, you don't even have to wear a mask anymore. So, yeah. Oh, did YouTube get rid of one of your messages? Oh, I see what you mean. It was just a blank message. I do the snake every time, yeah. Gave a scan of Windows, yeah. Tower PCs, an endangered species? Not amongst gaming PC users. Same in the UK, it's like COVID's just gone. It seems like that. Yeah, it's weird.
This time,
I'm not
going to talk about the future of the desktop.
As someone who liked wearing a mask and therefore not having to not having to deal with people, not having to go out, as a typical introvert, shut in, I don't like that people are back to normal.
Tower PC.
I preferred
Personally,
COVID.
whenever I think about a computer, I still first imagine a large case fitted with a motherboard and drives and other components. But I'm also aware that due to changes in technology
Let's
and the
not
rise
say
of
that.
mobile devices,
And regret
that
it.
the Tower PC may soon be an endangered species. Tower PCs have been around for a very long time. Indeed, if you owned a personal computer over 30 years ago, the chances are it was about the same size, roughly the same form factor as this modern tower. Admittedly, 30 years ago, your computer might have been placed horizontally rather than vertically on the desk, and
Less so much COVID, more so an increase in interest and care at eradicating other diseases. In other words, let's kill the flu next. Let's all stay inside and get rid of the next disease. There's plenty of diseases other than COVID that affect our society. Oh, I'm just gonna adjust the monitor a bit. There are plenty of diseases that we could eradicate if we use the COVID method. Let's keep going, and let's eradicate all the diseases. Yeah. COVID 2 has been cancelled. Thank you. Speaking of flu, well, kinda I'm sick, coughing and stuffy nose. Oh damn. Yes, just stay in bed, stay resting, Sapphire. Mecha. Yeah. If you do have the flu, make sure, you know, you have lots of I think it was I forget which way it is, whether you should like have soup and stuff for flu or whether you should not eat or drink. Well, drink but not eat. There's a whole adage, feed a cold, starve a fever, and I forget which way around that goes for flu. You think it's allergies? Oh, okay. In that case, if you think it's allergies, then yeah, then what you want is those antihistamines. I wonder if 2023 will finally be a good year. It's too early to make that judgment. We'll see about that. It might not. 2023 might call forth World War III. We already have some serious shit going on in the world. I don't foresee 2023 as being a... I don't foresee it as being a good year, but we'll see. Flu is a virus, so you can eat soups and stuff. Oh, yep. Yeah. Yeah. I just always remember that, as I said, that adage of like feed a cold, starve a fever. So if you've got cold-like symptoms, I suppose, then you should eat and stay hydrated. It has 3 for a reason. I see what you mean. Maybe.
almost certainly it was beige rather than black. But the basic size was roughly the same as this modern tower PC. And yet today, as we all know, people are far more likely to own a smartphone or a laptop than a tower PC. And to give ourselves a feel of this, we look across to the data for how people view this YouTube channel, we discover that only 50% of views are now on desktop and laptop computers combined, with the other 50% attributed to a phone, TV, or tablet.
Yeah. What I'll say is, tower PCs, I'm going to skip this one mostly. And from my view...
The compartments of your pantaloons.
From my viewpoint, it's not so much that tower PCs are endangered, they're just greatly reduced. Whereas in the past, they were the dominant species of computer, you know. That's also a bit arguable, but, you know, in the past, most home PCs were tower PCs. It was the, you know, the great majority. These days, there's so many more options. So tower PCs are mostly relegated to gaming PCs and people who just want beefy modular systems. Most people these days, yeah, they use a phone, tablet, or laptop. But the tower will always exist for those of us who like to, you know, upgrade and switch out parts and things like that. So it's never, I don't think it'll ever die out. It'll never be, you know, it's not an endangered species, so to speak. It's just relegated to the enthusiasts. My tower PC is a DOM. My tower, the case I have is a pretty massive case. This can't get any worse. Introducing 2024 with the Combine take. So yeah, we get alien invaders in 2024. Feels like World War might happen. It might be scary though if it ever happens. Well, yeah, I mean, it's stuff that's going on in Ukraine at the moment is already like kind of leading there, and it's already kind of scary. It does what it wants. I see. I think desktops will always tower over tower over phones, laptops, since they will be more powerful. Yeah, I just think that it'll be, there's fewer number of them, but there's like the people who really are dedicated PC users are more likely to have towers. What if nanotech becomes a thing? Then we might end up in a Grey Goose scenario. That could happen. Oh my god. Wow. Eli Cleveland. Oh dear. Tubby custard recipe. Actually, we played Lala reveals the truth about Tubby custard in an AMA. Tubby custard was disgusting. You really wouldn't want to eat it. Runny powdered mashed potato dyed pink. Ugh. I miss being paid to be funny and loving to make children happy. Why would they not just make it like actual custard and then dye it pink? Why would they use potato? Maybe there's like a consistency thing, like for cameras? Ew. Banana Rorius War. That won't be a world war, though. You guys won't have to worry about that. When I'm older, I shall turn my room into a portal test chamber. Every time I want to leave, I need to put a box on a button. Yeah. Oh, welcome properly, digits. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Zach. It's like, maybe there's a lighting reason. Like, camera, like, it's like how they don't use milk in actual milk commercials. They tend to use what is essentially like white paint glue. They use a kind of glue that they dye white. It's apparently like visually looks more like milk than milk does. The pain though, you need the toilet badly. You gotta solve a puzzle first. Yeah. Alright, Half-Life 3. No joke this time, I swear. Right.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine.
I like the shake. I like the jittering of his head in that. He's like, He's got like a jitter going on with his head. Oh, what the hell? This number is backwards.
No one is more deserving of a rest, and all the effort
true.
in the world would have gone to waste.
Yeah. I know certain parts of Florida were really badly hit by the hurricane, but Digits, you were saying you were in a safer area, right? Your area wasn't really the like epicenter. If I'm mistaken, then I'm glad to see you're okay, yeah, as well. And Mecca as well, for that matter. Introducing the Portal experimental toilet puzzles. Toilet puzzles, yeah. That's the whole story of Portal experimental, is that you're just trying to get to the bathroom. You're like, oh, I really need to go to the bathroom. You're just trying to get to the bathroom. And you have to solve all these puzzles and stuff. Right, yeah. I was looking up hurricanes in Scotland and what name?
The right man,
Hurricane
the wrong
ball bag
can make all the difference.
The
in
heck?
world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman.
Fascinating. They've very much redesigned G-Man, but I like the animation they've chosen for him. Because he's supposed to sort of come across, and at least in my mind, he's supposed to come across as kind of like non-human. He's supposed to seem strange and like not like natural. So that's why he talks in such a weird cadence. He doesn't talk in a normal cadence because he's not native, so to speak. Oh, welcome back, Stray. We lost power for a night, but that was it. Right, yes, that's right, yeah. The streets were flooded, but the houses were are graded, and we had storm drains to prevent them from getting all the way into the houses. Right, yep. It's your British post. Wait. Okay, that's at least I don't know about you guys, but it was impossible for me to see it like that. You guys.
Why are you disrespecting me, bruv? My mistake, original gangster. No, this cannot be forgiven. Now empty the compartments of your pantaloons. For what purpose? And discard of your footwear as well. For what purpose? In fact, I am equipped to summon the one casually known as Little Travis on your buffoon self.
Okay. On your buffoon self. Empty your pantaloons. So it's simply awful. G-Man is totally human. Yeah. What do you think of the G-Man's breath smell? What do you think the G-Man's breath smells like? I don't know. I don't really like to think about what people's breath smells like. It's upsetting. Also, we introduced Zero 2 gameplay when? That's actually something I've been meaning to bring up in the stream. Are there any games, for the people who are here, are there any horror games? Any games that you think that I should play for Halloween? Because I spent a lot of last night planning out Halloween and planning a bunch of streams and stuff like that for the month of October. But like I thought, oh, I bet that my selection was chosen from stuff that I have. But I bet there's stuff that people are gonna tell me about either mid-October or like during, or like there's stuff that I'm sure that people want to see me play that I haven't thought of. So feel free to suggest games that you think I should play for October. G-Man is my kind of man. If you drink the coffee, you can always try NOTC demo. That's your demo, isn't it, Zach? It's like, is it Night of the Circus? Night of the Clown? I forget what it's titled now. Walking Dead, very scary. You need to do some more of I'm on observation duty. Yeah, that came up in my mind. However, when I planned out the streams, I basically decided not to go ahead with it, but that doesn't mean I won't do it. Observation duty might come around, especially if some of the games that I have planned to play are shorter than I expect them to be. Then I'm going to have spaces, and so observation duty will definitely be filling up those spaces. I want to say Blackwell, but I don't think that'd scare you. Trilby / Chizo games. Wait 1 second. Right. Oh, I see. It is Clown, okay. Night of the Clown. I panicked in today's stream playing the second game. Oh, okay. I shall consider that. Can I VC with you since I know some parts of which is you mean for observation duty? And if I play them, I do prefer to just like have that focus because I miss everything otherwise. But I'll consider it. I'll consider having a VC stream for observation duty. Oh, whoops, I opened it twice. This guy's on 4chan. He said he worked with Valve a decade ago and saw Half-Life 3 prototype. But it seems to have been deleted. If he's a source, that prototype would have been sacked years ago. Okay, it looks like this might have been not true. Or it might have been might have had a bit of iffiness. In the year 10,000. Okay. Interesting. Rory, when other people says games, sure, maybe. When I say game, nose boop intensifies. Well, 5-digit year. Oh. Huh. Okay. Yeah, let's just... Joan, you just happen to, like, guess kind of perfect guesses. Like complaining about that, I just think the Gmod ragdoll sounds... yeah. The Gmod ragdoll, like... Oh, fiddlesticks, what now? Yeah. Oh, fiddlesticks. Let's have a look. Tingling instead of 1998. 9998 instead of 9999. Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, just already just testing this out, it's like the system is like breaking down. I don't use Windows 11. I still use Windows 10. Yeah. The rounded edges have disappeared. Fascinating. Here it is. It's weird what is working and what isn't. Windows XP fallback, yeah. Interesting. He changed the default sound and experimental to the soldier. Nice. Yeah, nothing's like, oh, paint still works, okay. 20 seconds, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it just functions as you would hope. Amazing. It's I mean, it's not much worse than it already was at 9999. Oh god. Yeah. Interesting. Weird and interesting. It's like this weird view into the future. Oh. Wait. That just started playing by itself. This changes everything. I built a PC that can power itself.
Slowly climbing in voltage. It's enough to burn me while I'm trying to out.
Wait, I've fallen behind on the chat. Yeah, I'm still on Windows 10. Yeah. Little Linux machine at this. I wonder if it'll last since they use Unix timestamps. Oh, yeah, they use a different system. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, Mark uses Windows 11. But I still use Windows 10. I didn't trust to upgrade. Yeah. I like XP. That's the most nostalgic system for me because that's the first one I really. Well, it's technically not the first one I used, but it was the first like proper PC we had was XP. The first one I used like properly. Poor thing. Paint is eternal. Yeah, paint is eternal. That would go back in time to the year's error. It doesn't actually work like that. Most PCs can't go back to before 1970. It depends on how the time system works. But when it comes to Windows computers, it's like 1970 is January 1st, 1970 is the first time that you're allowed to use. That is time 0. Should make our own OS. If it's weird, then it kind of works for the spooky month. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. How I miss the younger me being terrified of the Windows XP error. That like, boom. Or there's a few of them, but that's the one I always think of. Call it Rorius. Oh my god. That's brilliant. 1969, I think is the epoch year on Linux as well. Let me check. Yeah. If we make our own OS, I'm doing all the assembly. Yeah, I mean, if we as a team make our own OS, I'll leave most of it to everyone else. Yeah. I am not one for like I've made file systems before, but an OS January 1st, 1970. So it's the same. All right, right. Yeah, I thought so. It's like I was gonna say I remember because I remember learning all about that in comp sci at uni. It's like it's something to do with like there was computing before the 70s, but to do with like something to do with modern OS systems. They just decided arbitrarily to use the January 1st, 1970 as its like starting point, and every date after that is a number that's just gradually going up from that date. So yeah. Anyway.
Dude, 600 FPS. Oh my goodness. We turned heat into cold. 16 Celsius. You could run that back into... It could power itself.
By the way, I'm not dead. Update video on this soon.
The other day, my eyes peeled open.
So wait, they're using the heat as a power source. The heat generated by the computer as a power source.
Out of excitement.
It has to be supplementary. That's not how...
Vibrating out of excitement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said to myself, I could build a Windows computer, Windows 10 computer, that runs on fire.
Okay, we gotta plug it in. We gotta plug it in quick. Oh my goodness. No way.
Sure. That'd be sick. Fire in the thumbnail, share it with your grandma.
Please share the video with your grandma or mom or cafeteria lady.
So the next day, and by that I mean like 3 weeks later, I got a bunch of these like cheap little thermoelectric generator things that straight up look like those little snack crackers we were force fed as a kid. Thermoelectric generator. Basically you get one side hot, one side cold.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we had one of those TVs that, I mean, firstly it was 4x3, but it had a whole big old back to it. You had to like lug this huge box. Yeah, we had like what would probably be like a 25-inch, maybe 30-inch. No, it was less than 30 inches, but it'd be like 25-inch, 28-inch, 4x3 box TV. That was like our main TV at home. For a long time, that was our main TV, and you had to really like. You had to lug it. It was moving it from room to room was really hard.
And it'll output a current.
Oh yeah. Check that out. That is...
Yeah, there's no such system that has 100% efficiency. So there's no way to make a system that would power itself, because not only can you not get 100% efficiency, most of the energy being used by your computer is being used to process. It's the heat loss that is the other percentages of energy being used, and even then, that doesn't. If you add up the heat loss with the energy being used by the computer to function, you still won't have 100%. There'll be other losses. So, and then when you take the heat, when you use like something that'll like take the heat out and use that as power, that won't be able to grab all the heat. There will be heat loss. You can never have 100% efficiency. So there's no way to make a computer completely power itself. You could make it supplement itself, but not power itself.
So much more than a potato. Let me tell you, I'm so glad.
Yeah, exactly. It'll increase the computer's efficiency. That is definitely something you could do. And that is something that all PCs probably should be doing. There's a lot of heat loss. Like, my computer freaking spews out heat. And that heat could totally be used to, like, increase the efficiency of the computer.
Amp? What? So I slapped 5 of them
huge
onto
box
a
TV
water
as well,
block
yeah.
and then connected that to
2 or
a
3
water
man job
hose,
to move
so
it. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
cold. Then I put heat sinks
Our
on
one
the
wasn't
other
quite
side.
big enough to be that. Like, I could carry it
I got
myself,
one of Olivia's
but
cake pans, and
it was
cut
a
a hole
mission.
into it. Oh yeah!
You
Do
know,
a
it's the
bunch
kind of thing where you're like
insulation on
holding
there.
it, you're like waddling as you move it to like because it's so heavy.
Bro, feels like I just washed my hands 50 times and then like rubbed them on a chalkboard. Oh, it's over. Wait, I have to cut the center. Oh! Put it on a little smokeless fire pit. We need the water hose to be connected to the thigh bone. It's a steady 5 volts with 2 amps. Freaking power the computer. We gotta plug it in. We gotta plug it in quick before everything.
What's funny is that we had that box TV like that.
Oh,
like a 25 to 30 inch box TV.
Oh no, not the connection. Not the connection. It's so close. It's so close. But then it hit me though. This is stupid. There's an out.
Wait. It's, that we had that 25 to 30 inch box TV up until we got a flat screen plasma. No, not plasma. Flat screen LCD TV. We got a 42 inch Sony Bravia. In like 2006. 2005, 2006? No, it was before that. Yeah, 2005. We upgraded for the first time. No, it was 2006 because I bought the PS3 before we upgraded our TV. So we had that box TV up until like 2006. And that was our main TV. Yeah.
Outlet behind me, like 5 feet away. Remember when I spent
We went
3
from
months powering a PC with potato?
something from the 90s
Yeah,
to
I can still smell it.
flat
Just like
screen
the
modern
wall,
TV.
man. But it got me thinking, you know,
in one
I can
jump.
just turn heat into electricity.
That feeling when law of thermodynamics hits you?
Because like every time new PC parts come out, which is right now, everyone freaks out, including
Yeah,
me.
we didn't
Even
want to
as
get a
I'm
plasma
editing
because
this,
of
Ryzen
that.
7000 comes out and straight up hits max heat in like
8 seconds.
They're like, it's got so many gigafarts. It's 9,001 watts. This tech tuber, he'd be like, oh, it's basically a space heater at this point. I told you guys 6 months ago exactly how many gigafarts this thing would have. I'm going to tell you precisely how many megasharts per second this will get you. And then Linus be like, I'm about to drop this. Buy my underwear. This time around, dude, you got people talking about how like it's gonna use so many watts and generate so much heat that like the power grid can't keep up with like the AC and the PC parts because the AC's gotta run because you're generating so much heat. Last time around, you had people's 3090s literally catching fire.
Turns out this was actually a 3D render, but they had us thinking it, man.
I think Russian Badger's PC like went up in flames. And then what do? They overclock it. They're like a 3090 Ti, 12900, 12900K, 12900KS. More watts, more heat. Well, I now wield the power to turn heat into
Wait, no,
electricity. So what if the heat from your PC...
We need to get this power circuit repaired at some
That's
point.
what I
Right.
set out to
Damn.
test. And for that, I'm gonna need a maximum
powered
gigafart
by
PC.
cheese.
So luckily, I had the privilege to visit the best place to buy computer parts.
What's up, guys? Today we're headed to Micro Center.
And they agreed to sponsor this little endeavor and give me whatever parts I need.
This is my favorite aisle. To my relief, the staff was once again incredibly helpful. Ryzen 9. How many gigafarts does it have?
Gigafarts, at least 4.
I see this is 9 on the box. I was hoping for 9.
Even though you guys literally destroyed the store looking for the Shrek bill on aisle 6.
Look how much different it looks. In hindsight, it's my fault. Was it pretty bad?
It was pretty ugly. They
So-
just ripped the apple shreds.
Oh my, I'm the one who shouldn't have done it. But still.
Okay, it's gone. This guy got it and the free PC. It's over.
Mogus Bobby on the back, dude.
So if you're not some nerd who's gonna ransack the store and you're a new customer, you can get $25 off a processor. Like I said, a lot of new stuff coming out, so right now is a great time to build. And if you don't want to build it yourself, use their online PC builder tool and have an expert technician assemble it for you. And listen, I visited a lot of their stores, talked to a bunch of the employees. I would indeed consider them actual experts.
Do they have any gigafarts?
Yeah, but not as much.
Okay, what's gigafarts?
Plus, they paid me to turn my toilet into a PC, so. All of that being said, these are the parts I chose to get the most powerful and hottest PC at the time of recording this video.
It's so pretty though, I don't want to catch on fire.
It's gonna be getting hot, and I need it to be stable, so I went with an MSI Mag motherboard.
Now, I will install a CPU to a spinning motherboard. I did it.
For the CPU, I went with the 12900KS,
Why?
which is absurd in a good way. For the RAM, I went with Team Group 5600 MHz DDR5 and a 1TB SSD, because everything else is on my network. RGB
man, I
power
really need to
supply that we're
upgrade
going
my
to stuff in the
computer.
back, but we know it's there.
Stuff is...
The cooler is a 240.
I have hard drives that are no longer
Great
responding.
cooler, but a little too small for this build.
Things
and I'll
are
show you
breaking
why
down.
later. Guess how many fans? 1.
I need to upgrade.
That's what you sound like when you say something dumb.
And then just a big fat 3090 Ti. Yeah, you know, that's good stuff, man. And I put antivirus on it.
And then I need a set antivirus, but that's way over there. I'll go get it. Yeah. I got a couple viruses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, some of my, a couple of my, one of my backup drive and my
So without a doubt, this
quote
thing's
unquote
gonna put
media
off some
drive that
fun.
had all my music on it. Is
The thing is, what's
stopped
happening with these little
responding.
TEGs is
I'm
heat
gonna
makes
unplug them
electrons
and-
bounce around.
and
So
see if I
if
can
you heat
recover
one
any
end of
data.
a conductor like a wire, it pushes electrons to the other side that is colder, which
They're the least
creates your
important
voltage.
drives,
So I just need to
thankfully, but
funnel all the heat from this
still.
PC
Gigafart.
to one side of these TEGs, and then keep the other side cool.
Just need something that perfectly fits on this section here.
I imagine I could get some sort of insulated box-shaped object.
No way. It's like a glove. It's like it was meant for this. No meme. It fits like perfectly. Like I know it's cardboard, but this is a prototype.
So I'm thinking I use my one fan to pump all the heat from the PC straight onto these heat sinks. And these heat sinks will absorb the heat from the GPU, the CPU, everything, and then transfer all of that straight onto the one side of the TEG. And if they're inside this box, then the cardboard will act like an insulator. So the heat can't escape and get onto the side that's supposed to stay cold. And to keep that side cold, what I'm doing is essentially using the same cooling system that would otherwise be on the PC. A little pump and one more fan.
So that's the layout. Look at that. Look at the thickness is like perfect. Slide on in there. Ooh, like a glove, baby.
I added one more big one up here for good measure, and then I spent a couple days just like cutting and drilling and cutting and drilling. Obviously, I cut a big hole in the side so you could see what's going on in there. If I was truly a YouTuber, I'd just put a battery in there and then fake it. It would have saved like 3 days of my life. I thermal pasted the water block on, and then I did a little bit of bolting and a little bit of sticking. Also, just a little bit of bleeding. So where does the air go after it hits these heat sinks? Well, I have it set up to where it circulates back
really need
into the
antivirus.
system. Now, this may
Yeah,
sound
usually the
dumb,
most of
but
Windows
according
is
to
plenty.
the laws of thermodynamics, we are turning heat into electricity. So the air that
Although
we're
I
sending
do
back
have
into the
an
PC is a
old,
lower temperature
Avira,
because the heat is being removed and turned into a current. So not
installed.
only will we be producing a
But,
current from the heat, but since we're removing the heat, our AC
Yeah.
has to run less,
Usually these
saving
days.
even more energy.
Not really necessary.
If it works.
Now, I could fire up some synthetic benchmarks, or I could take it into some real life scenarios and live my life and use this 48-inch OLED LG Ultra Gear monitor and play like 4 instances of Minecraft with like Rocket League in the front.
LG claims that this is the best console gaming monitor.
Oh my goodness.
And I gotta say, I do agree.
Maximum gigafart.
Even with a huge monitor like that, I think I would be annoyed without having the multiple
and our
screens.
GPU is sitting at a chilly 32 degrees. In theory,
And if you guys thought for 1 second that I forgot the RGB on my prototype generator invention, you're dumb.
The RGB will be powered
Oh my
from the
God.
system itself. The fan and pump will be powered from the system itself as though it's part
I want to see
of
the
the
engineer right
system.
now. The numbers on this. Yeah, yeah.
I fired up a mini Minecraft and
Multiple
Rocket
screens
League.
is king, yeah. Something about it's just having separate workspaces. I don't know what it is about for what it is in my mind. It's I just yeah. I just need the multiple. Like, it doesn't matter how big the main monitor or how big the monitors are. I need multiple.
Oh, the CPU's hit 100.
And the heat started rolling in.
What voltage are we getting, if any? 0.6 volts is what it's showing right now.
Now the real test is how many volts it can produce at peak efficiency.
So as the heat transfers into the heat sinks, we should only increase in voltage up to 0.7 volts. Okay, we gotta keep gaming. This electricity is being generated 100% off the heat of this computer.
In order to increase the
That's
voltage,
pretty
I wired
wild
2
already.
of the modules into a series instead of parallel.
Oh, we are past 1 volt. Let's increase the voltage once again by wiring yet another set of them into a series. Ow, ow, ow. Oh my goodness, we're up to 2 volts. This is what the wiring looks like now because I touched it. 2.1 volts at almost 300 milliamps and climbing. I'm gonna wire the last one into a series. And so they'll all be wired up into a series. We are now at 2.4 volts.
And it was still steadily climbing. You could use this current on the same technology
Basically like a little mini air conditioner.
to turn the electricity back into cold air.
The electrical current then goes into the TEC, and essentially what we've done, we've turned hot into cold. Ambient temperature of the room is 22 degrees Celsius. 16 Celsius.
You could save the energy by putting it into a battery, but what I think would be the most effective use of something like this would be putting it back into the power supply to increase the overall efficiency of your PC. Now,
This
obviously,
should
the
be
heat
standard,
won't
really.
entirely power the PC, but it's definitely enough to save some money.
And so we peaked in high school, we peaked at like 2.7 volts.
And as it turns out, one of my modules was broken.
Or 50 millivolts or less. Yeah, it's just broken. So we would be making like 25% more power if this one wasn't stinking broken. Yeah, and it's made out of cardboard. So
So if
Yeah,
I could
sure.
do this with some crap off the internet and a cardboard box, I know it could be done much better.
Efficient modules that weren't trash and like $9 a piece.
If this were actually manufactured, it could be a viable product
That's
that
maybe
not
one thing,
only
like,
generates some
how?
electricity,
You could probably create 70% more power than this one here. And then if you had a more efficient heat transfer,
but takes some heat off your air conditioner.
if you got 20 watts off,
I don't think there'll
you
ever
could run
be a
that back
limitless
into
energy source. Nah.
itself.
Now, I will be submitting this build to the build showcase
I
on
don't
Micro
think
Center's
so.
website, and you can
With
do the
my
same and
understanding of
actually
physics.
receive a coupon
Which isn't,
for it. So
you
check
know,
out
I'm
those
not-
links
I'm
in the
not exactly an
description.
expert.
Thank you, Micro Center, for always sponsoring whatever it is I got going on, man.
Yeah. That was a cool video. I really do think that should be standard in most systems nowadays. There should be more and more stuff like this, increasing efficiency, you know. We're constantly boosting performance and boosting like our outputs when it comes to graphics cards and motherboards and CPUs. But no one ever bothers to like advance the energy systems. We just blast more and more energy into the system. There should be more manufacturers making stuff like this. Cooling systems that, instead of just straight cooling, put that back into the power supply. Yeah, the law of energy conservation of energy says, yeah, the law of thermodynamics, I think, is that what it... I'm not gonna look it up. It's a law of physics that basically there's nothing that can be 100% efficient. So there's nothing that'll ever be a purely infinite and 100% efficient power supply. What I do believe is we'll get better at harnessing energy sources, and we will find energy sources that are the kind of energy source that would last thousands of years as opposed to hours or or whatever, you know. Like there's the idea, that physics concept, sci-fi somewhat concept of a Dyson sphere that is essentially like using the power of a star to power something by completely consuming the star in a giant sphere. That's like the end game. In my mind, it's like one of the end game power sources for life. Life's end game power source. Taking power from sources that are, from our perspective, essentially limitless for anything that we would ever want to do or need. Power sources that would power us for generations and generations and generations, many, many, many generations. And you'd never need to have another power source. Unless the tech to produce solar energy evolves. I mean, once again, Dyson Sphere is the ultimate solar energy. Dyson Sphere is the ultimate solar panel. Because you encapsulate the sun, you get 100% of the sun's output. It wouldn't be just solar, it'd be heat as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, once again, in my mind, like, solar tech, and therefore, like, the Dyson Sphere is kind of one of those, like, end-game power sources, where it's like, if we ever manage to do something like that, firstly, we'll be a much more advanced civilization by that point. So we'll have a lot more power sources, and options for stuff like that. But that kind of technology, if we were able to ever achieve that, that's like, you can do anything at that stage. If you can make a Dyson Sphere and put it around the sun, put it around a star to power something, you've won. You've won the universe. Unless other civilizations also do that. Alien races, etc. Solar batteries are super toxic and degrade. Right, yes. That is an issue. Storing power is still an issue. Artificial electricity? Yeah, I don't know what artificial electricity is. What is that? I shall move on while we wait for an explanation. What the... The editing on this was horrible, but I just wanted to test out something for a video. Right. Interesting. I like the room and the... I like what I'm seeing, but I have no idea what's going on. Speen. Back from being AFK. He came back just as I got to this. Amazing shot at 1959. Okay. I shall jump to that time. By the way, if you want to share a timestamp, where you go is you click this share button. I'll just check to see it. I'm not gonna dox myself, am I, by clicking share? No, okay. Does not appear to be the case. Okay. So you click share, and when you gotta copy this link, you just click this button, and it'll timestamp it at a particular time. So yeah, 1959. I'll do it a little bit before that. Just coming up with randomness. Okay, so there's no artificial electricity that you know of. I like this map. I tend to do fairly well on this map. At least that's my experience. Artificial electricity would mean that... Oh, I was gonna say I can hear the friggin... Hear the hatch. That is unfortunate for that survivor. Yeah. I have not played Dead by Daylight since we last played it on the channel. Since we last it last was streamed. Playing a Synergy server with a troll in it. Oh.
Holy crap! Help!
Artificial electricity would mean that it is a substitute of electrons. Yeah, I mean, that's just it. Like, as was mentioned, I watched a thing the other day. Sorry for pausing the stream again, but as for I think I saw a thing the other day that was talking about the Higgs boson. The whole point of having the whole point of the Large Hadron Collider, and that science, the proof of the fact that there is a quote unquote God particle, there is something that ties everything together. It was in this video, it was compared to the discovery of the electron. When we first discovered the electron, we had no idea, like we don't know what the Higgs now that we found the Higgs boson, like why like people are like, why is that important? Why do we spend so much money discovering that? We have no idea what to do with it, with that information. But just like that, when we first discovered the electron, we had no idea what that was and what to do with it. It was a strange science thing that we had no context for. You give it a few years, and suddenly, like, the world powered by electrons. In 100 years, maybe even, but like in 1,000 years time, you know, if we're still around, who knows what kind of sources of power we'll be using. The power sources of now will seem quaint compared to what they have then. So like we might not even be using electrons, for instance, as you point out. You say artificial electricity. We might not even be using electrons to power stuff. There might be something that's much better.
Artificial electricity.
Yeah, someone mentioned that as just like a nonsense term. But I mean, there's grounds for that concept if we find something that can power things differently, in a different way. If there's, you know, we don't know what is going to happen with physics and technology in the future. I was just talking about did you hear me say something about Higgs boson?
No, I didn't.
You weren't paying attention at that point. I was just saying to the stream that there was a video that was basically comparing the discovery of the Higgs boson to the discovery of the electron.
I've heard people say that.
Yeah, like we don't know what to do with the Higgs boson now that we have it, now that we know it exists.
Yeah.
But we didn't know what electricity was going to be before we discovered what its potential is. We could be powering things via Higgs boson in the future. We don't know. We've just discovered it. We have no idea how to utilize that information.
Sure.
In the future, we might not even use electricity. We might be using some other source. But who knows? Yeah. Until it happens, we're not going to know what those technologies are going to be useful for. Could anything be a possible replacement for electricity? Not anything. But, who knows what we'll be using to power things in the future. And whether the power source, whether the medium for power will even be electricity. Because, we might be, instead of transferring electrons down a wire, you know, we might be transferring, I mean, currently for information, we don't use electricity anymore. Well, we still do, but a lot of information transferring is now light-based. We use light to transfer information. And who knows what system we'll be using to transfer power in the future. Whether it's electricity or something else. Yeah, and there's no such thing as infinite energy either. No system can be infinite. At least as far as we know. As far as current physics says. Yeah, Ormond is the snow map is good, but it's really huge. Yeah. What I've found is like Ormond, I've had good luck on that map. I think especially as Nemesis, that map I've always done well on that map. But sometimes I have played on that map as other killers before and had terrible luck. So it really depends on what kind of killer you are and what kind of playstyle you use, I suppose. There was a video demonstrating liquid metal being moved on its own. Oh. Yeah. The main two things that you need to do with the power source, whatever it is. It's the thing is there's power sources and then there's power itself. Like electricity is just a medium through which to transfer power. And then we use it to both store and then we use other technology to store power. And we use other, like, power storage can be anything from water in a dam waiting on one side of a turbine all the way through to, you know, like chemicals in solution that when you try and pull current from it, suddenly, you know, ions from one side transfer to the other. You know, there's like all sorts. There's a huge spectrum of different ways to store power. And once again, we're developing new ways to store power all the time. We're trying to find new ways to store power all the time. But when it comes to the medium itself, electricity, yeah, it's unlikely that we'll probably develop anything else, but you know, you never know. There could be some other system we use in future. Anyway. Synergy is a bit like the Sven co-op of Half-Life 2.
Bruh.
Bruh. So is that he's just like messing around with the crane? Anyway, let's refresh. Let's see how many more things have been posted. Oh, alright. So yeah, we're looking like we could wrap this up a little bit early, as I was kind of hoping. Because last time we couldn't keep up. Like last time we weren't able to make it to the end. But today I was like, today we're gonna make it to the end of the Reddit.
Alright, so welcome everybody to the meeting.
But it's looking like we're going to be able to wrap up a little early, which is good.
We do this meeting every single month to make sure we agree on things. So let's just get started. Cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I think the person driving the crane.
Yeah. Donuts.
This is in Essex.
Bar fighting. Yeah. Bug collection.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's it. That's
I've actually seen this before.
Has commenced. See you all next month. Yeah.
Source experience mod. Ah, right. Yeah, it's the meeting of the like biker dude guys. That's a classic. That's a classic video. Hammer plus
Source
versus
2, no doubt, just around the
Oh.
next corner. any day now, definitely. Let's reflect on what mappers for Counter-Strike have had to put up with until now.
Hammer versus
is
the
the
new
default
Hammer?
editor in which all maps are made. I have been using it for almost 18 years and it's absolutely horrible. Hence why Fight Cool 2 saw the need to create Hammer Plus.
I will say, it is horrible by modern standards, but back when I first started using Hammer, it was like, that was amazing. It was amazing tech that there was nothing, in my mind at least, at the time, I was like, there's nothing like being able to actually see the space you're working in and, you know, move around in it and modify it on the fly. And then later on, you know, more modern and more advanced systems came out. But Hammer originally was amazing.
Plus,
however,
notice it's not just one plus, but two, to indicate just how much better it is. Kind of like Notepad++. Hammer++ contains all sorts of meaningful improvements, but many of them boil down to being able to do things in real time in the editor, instead of having to wait to see how it looks in-game. And that is a game changer. Literally. Watching this video, if you're a mapper,
that's the thing. That's the thing. Sorry to constantly interrupt. See, that was already a mind-blowing thing for me with the original Hammer, was the fact that you could do things like quasi-live, and actually see them happening. Like, cause I'd done modifications in other engine stuff before. Like, I'd worked in things like Red Alert 2 and older games editors. I'd worked in them prior to working in Hammer, and Hammer's 3D space interaction for me was revolutionary. If you watch the entire video, that troll also sets up a trap halfway through the video. Right, okay. Yeah. I thought they were Gabe Newell clones. Oh my god. Yeah, Hammer was amazing when it first was around, especially since like World Viewer, or what was it called? World Editor, the one for Half-Life 1, worked very similarly to the modern day Hammer. Like, yeah, it was kind of mind-blowing to me at the time. Should check out Noesis Interactive. Oh. I'll have a look at that later. Interesting. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Blown away by the features that Hammer++ contains. Just download it for free right now and majorly improve your mapping experience.
Yeah,
and
so
if you don't map, then you might not be interested in Hammer++'s features, but you'll be horrified by what wasn't already a thing. And by the end of this video, you'll have a much greater respect for the abuse and torment that mappers have had to put up with for the last few decades. Most important of all the changes Hammer++ brings to the table is to the real-time lighting. Picture the scene. You've put a sun in your level and you want to see how the shadows will look. But to do this, you first have to render the map, then load the game up and load your map up in there to see what it looks like. Rendering a map takes time and it gets longer and longer as your map gets bigger. By the end, it can take hours for a full map render. And then you have to load it up in game, then flick between that and the editor to make changes to it.
Yeah.
Hammer++ somehow
it was like Unity and Unreal
in real time.
Being able to do real time
it's probably
lighting.
going to come as more of a surprise to learn that mappers couldn't see what their maps would look like using Hammer. And that's true. They don't know where the shadows will be, nor how brightly lit corners are. Not until the map is rendered and then loaded up in game. This doesn't just take lots of time to do, but it's also fiddly when you're working on your map in Hammer and are having to alt-tab between that and the game to see what's going on. Sure, with experience you learn roughly how a map will look with lighting. Yes, we find ways of coping with as few map renders as possible, namely by making as many adjustments to the lighting as we can before having to re-render our maps. But for mappers watching this video could stop here, and they'd still
Oh, it actually does have automatic update. Oh my god.
This will overnight.
I was about to say, why don't they have it automatically update? Why do you have to toggle? Why do you have to rebake every time you want to check it? No, you don't. Okay, Hammer++ does have automatic update of lighting things. Good, because I was going to say, why make all these advancements and not have an automatic update of lighting? Good. Good.
greatly increase the image quality in CSGO maps, because mappers will be able to take risks with their lighting and to experiment with things that they wouldn't dare attempt if it took them 30 minutes every time to actually preview how it would look. Sure, the shadows shown here are lower res than they'd be in game, but so what? This is good enough to preview for all of the things that you'd need to preview a map for.
Well, see, when Hammer was originally designed, there wasn't lighting systems quite the same that there are now. Like, in original Half-Life, a lot of, well, in old school games, you know, like an old school Half-Life, lighting was incredibly simple. And so it wasn't really necessary to see the lighting stuff. Nowadays, lighting is really important. And so it is way more important to have that real time. But when Hammer was first initially made, it wasn't such a huge deal. So that's why it didn't have it. It's because it's a computationally very expensive thing to do. So it wasn't, yeah. Anyway.
Good enough to line up your sun's angles with the Skybox, to experiment with different shades of ambient light, or to find out where's best to place a light in a room to get awesome looking shadows. There are many must-have features in Hammer++, yet this is still the most essential. And I'm not just faking excitement here, this really is as big a leap for mappers as switching to Source 2 would be. What a time to be alive.
RPD's
It's
new
made me
now,
realise
different
that
now.
Amazon-friendly lighting and just how long it takes to iterate on a level is a big reason why I haven't made a proper map since 2014. But as much as I want to spend all day shoving lights where the sun don't shine, we need to move on to other Hammer++ features. Non-mappers among you will be
this was your
surprised
first
to hear that
introduction
Hammer
to
doesn't let
modding.
you see how fog will look in your level. You had to pick some values, render the map, load it up, and to see if it looked okay.
Oh yeah,
There was a
fog.
way around
I hate
this,
fog.
though. You can use the Fog UI console command on any map, and it'll give you freedom to adjust the colour and thickness of the fog in that map in real time. So it's just a matter of finding the settings which look best, and then copy-pasting those values back into the fog entity in Hammer. But again, Hammer++ goes one better by just letting you see the fog. Another improvement is to the 2D Skybox. Every sky has a texture on it, but Hammer made things difficult by only showing you this blue placeholder texture.
Yeah.
So again, Hammer++ does the obvious thing by letting you switch that out for how the Skybox will actually look. Again, this is very obviously a good thing. A bigger deal though is the ability to preview the 3D Skybox. That's the stuff that's visible in the background of a Counter-Strike level, but isn't really there, because if you fly into it, then it'll disappear. Somewhere in the map, you'll find a miniature model of this stuff. It's a clever way of making things that are too big to fit in the level normally, like the Citadel from Half-Life 2, for example. And it helps you to optimize the map. I don't want to confuse you by explaining this too much, but it means that you can make outdoor parts of your map behave like indoor rooms, but you can still have those impressive looking bits poking up into the sky by putting them in the 3D Skybox instead. But how do you line this miniature version of the map up with the level itself? Well, traditionally you use maths and entity positions and check you got it right in game, but Hammer++ makes it much easier by just showing how it'll look. So while you can still use maths and entity positions, you'll know instantly if something is wrong with them. Thanks Hammer++. You can also see rope physics done in real time. This is more of a fun feature than it is anything else, as Hammer would already show you how slack the rope is, which is the important bit. But Hammer++ improves on this by also calculating the subdivisions, which is how many segments the rope is made up from, which is what determines how smooth the rope will look. It also lets you preview different thicknesses and material types, so it has its uses since it more closely represents how the ropes will look in game. But the most important thing is that it's a lot more fun for mappers to play about with these ropes, so expect to see more of them in maps made using Hammer++ for this one reason alone. And then we get to particle effects, which I will admit I know very little about. Sure, I steal some from existing maps when I think they look cool, but I've never bothered using new ones before because there is no easy way to see what they'll look like. I'd have to find the names for them, to put them in my map, to render the level, and then I'd get to see whether they look cool or suitable or not. And because of that I haven't bothered. But you know how you can browse all of the textures in Hammer and choose the ones you want to use? Wouldn't it make sense if you could view particle effects in the same easy sort of way? Hammer++ does this, obviously. When they're all presented in front of me like this, I can't wait.
I thought if you selected a particle effect in Hammer, you could see it. Maybe I'm conflating seeing it in the edit in the menu to seeing it in the actual map. I thought you could still see it, like a really low res version of it, if you selected the particle emitter. No, I'm just thinking of this menu, honestly. Yeah.
To add them to my level. Just look at all of them, all sitting there waiting to be used in cool ways. These things have all existed for years. The only thing that was stopping me was the time and effort.
Right. I know it's a modern engine, but this reminds me of Godot. Ah. Run real time. Right. I see what you mean. Yeah. And if you designate something a tool, the code will run in the editor. Ah, right. Just create some fun things like time-based shaders. Ah. The tendrils and gateway in my game for the game. Oh, right. Huh. Interesting. That's really interesting. I was gonna say, to some degree, Unity has like some elements of, like, most of it is like real time. Like when you update something, it updates in real time, and what you see is what you get mostly. But there are definitely some things that are kind of like disconnected. I will say, like, animation stuff, you can see it animate like in real time if you wish, but only if you're in the animation screens. There's certain things that don't run in real time, I think, in Unity. And things like particles, they'll only activate if you're selecting them. I'm assuming the idea is to reduce visual noise. But yeah, for the most part, Unity works the same way. Is Hammer++ the source 2 tool? No, it is. Hammer++ is a fan-made Hammer update. Having a late dinner tonight. Oh, Chinese takeaway. Ooh, I think we're getting takeaway tonight. Because we have to defrost some meat, and I don't think it'll be ready in time. So, yeah. Yeah, nice. Godot does not care if you have the thing set to run, it will run, lol. Of course, you could set it to run on start. Right, I see what you mean. Yeah. Interesting idea.
But apparently, that's all it takes. What a revelation for them all to be listed like this. This made me a bit paranoid that I just wasn't aware of a similar feature in the Hammer editor. So I went and looked up tutorials on particle systems just to check I wasn't missing out on something obvious. I mean, surely Hammer has to have a way of showing what the particles will look like in it somewhere. It just makes so much sense for them to be shown as they'll look in the game. But no. There are ways of previewing them in certain source-based games, but it's not easy, and certainly not like this. A lot of the things that Hammer++ does isn't to add a new feature, but
I'm sure when I was editing, like, Portal and Portal 2, so I specifically did Portal and Portal 2 mapping, I was certain that I was able to preview certain particle effects. But again, I might just be thinking purely inside the particle effect selector. Because in the particle effect selector, it actually would play out. It would show you the particle effects playing. I just cannot remember for the life of me if you could see it in the actual Hammer environment like this.
Simply to make an existing one easier to use. Being able to place things in your level is kind of important. It's what levels are made of and stuff. In Hammer, you drag blocks about in the 2D view or place props in the 3D one, but then have to switch to the 2D viewports to move them to where you want them to be. It doesn't make much sense, but Hammer++ improves this in several ways. Firstly, it lets you manipulate stuff in the 3D view, just like Source 2 does, and just like every other level editor ever made ever. If I'm honest, I don't find it much easier than manipulating it around in the 2D views, but then
I actually like
have 18 years of experience with that, compared with just a few hours with the 3D method. But what if you need to place lots and lots of props down at once? Like if you need to decorate a hill with dozens of shrubs and bushes? This is where the Sprinkle tool comes in handy. This highly advanced tool sprinkles a load of similar props in an area all at once, all with slight variations to their design and rotation.
Default Hammer does have the ability to manipulate things in the 3D
exists
view.
In every other map editor
just
ever
not
made.
not the
It's just
same
that with Hammer, this tool isn't listed down the side of the screen where all of the other tools are. It was hidden away in this menu system here. So while Hammer++ doesn't add it to the engine, it does at least put it with the others, making it clear that the tool exists. But it still requires you configure a text file with all of the prop settings before you can use it, so I probably still won't. But at least now I know it's there if I need it. Another way Hammer++ helps you to place things in your level is to provide some tools to ensure that they're not left floating slightly off the ground, which can easily happen when you're placing hundreds of props about a level you started work on 3 months ago but are now starting to regret and kind of just want to move on to the next one, which you promise you'll do better and won't get lazy with. This tool here will automatically place everything selected down to ground level, and to align it with whatever angle the slope is that it's sitting on. But even cooler than that is the physics tool. This, rather predictably, applies physics to everything you have selected. And I mean everything, so try not to have literally the whole map selected at the time, like I did the first time I used it. While this simulation is running, you can freely select and drag stuff about, which makes Source double up as a very capable and fun physics sandbox simulator. I figured this sort of feature would have limited use cases for maps.
Yeah, what I'll say is in the 3D view in original Hammer, you can't just move things easily, but there is a way of manipulating things in the 3D view. I believe pressing X activates, while hovering over the 3D view, activates like the pieces. Like if you're selecting a block, it'll activate the like stretch and grow, like shrink and stuff like that, or rotate icon stuff while you're in the 3D view. But I just don't think it's super easy to move stuff. Also, having physics simulation that simulates the physics makes it like things land naturally, and then being able to just turn off the physics simulation and have things just like that is amazing. That is probably my the feature that I'm the most impressed with of all these features, because that is literally, Valve literally used that themselves, but they didn't make it easy to do. Valve literally used that in games like Left 4 Dead 2. They talk about it in the speech bubble things, the developer commentary, about how they like piled up a bunch of zombies using a physics simulation, and then use that as a model in the game to have a pile of zombies like just on the floor as like a set decoration. And I'm like, why can't we have that? Like, why can't we have that feature? And they've brought it to Hammer. They brought it to Hammer with Hammer++. That's really cool. Physics simulation, so you can just like pile up a bunch of things in a kind of natural way, and then just turn off the physics simulation and either turn them to prop static or leave them as prop physics, whatever. That's amazing. That's really cool.
I mean, how many times do you find yourself in need of simulating collapsed brick structures and the like? As it so happens, it might be that I'm approaching
So you simulate it like that, and then you set that. Then you set this as a decorative thing. You take all the physics off of it, turn it to a decorative thing, and now you've got a relatively naturally collapsed brick structure. That's brilliant.
Maps don't have many collapsed structures because it's hard to do this sort of thing without a physics tool, and now that we have it, it'll encourage mappers to place more collapsed structures about the levels, because it's fun to do. I won't say who I've spoken to about this, but I can say that there are some big mappers out there who love this physics feature. Hammer++
I think it's the most
in better
impressive
maps,
feature so
not
far.
only because it adds new features, and not only because it makes existing ones more accessible, but also because it makes mapping more fun. Who doesn't love physics in games? You can make a sphere shape in Hammer, but don't resize it whatever you do, or you risk the coordinates falling down a black hole between the grid that Hammer is based on. But even if you don't resize it, spheres have a tendency to degrade over time. There seems...
Wait, Zach, remind me what PBR is? What's PBR? Professional bull riders.
will split open and you'll eventually get an error when you boot the map up, and the sphere will cease to exist. In short, while Valve can't count,
welcome back,
Hammer
Fireboy.
can't remember numbers after the decimal place, which has caused untold numbers of problems for me in the past, even when I think I've done everything I can to avoid them. But never fear, because Hammer++ stores stuff beyond the decimal place. What a simple solution. The model viewer has been improved. The sound previews now support rare and exotic file formats like MP3. And there's a lot more to Hammer++ than that. Every feature mentioned makes me think, yeah, that makes sense. Or it gives me horrible flashbacks to a moment where I could really have done with it about 10 years ago.
You mean physical
When you look at the
based rendering?
community surrounding Counter-Strike today and at the wonderful maps and content generated for it, just remember, all this has been made despite the Source engine and despite the Hammer editor.
Achieved with
Source. Mappers should be as excited about Source 2 as the players are, if not more so. For getting a new engine and editor is probably the best chance we have of Valve finally fixing and modernising the modding tools for Counter-Strike. But for Source 1, Hammer++ is here for us, and it is bloody good.
Yeah.
Too good. So good that I can't help but take it for granted. It just works. It's been brought up to a standard that doesn't just help today's mappers, but would have greatly helped Valve to develop their games in the first place. You'd think they, of all people, would want their mapping program to work. But it's taken the work of Ficool too to finally finish the work on Hammer that a multi-billion-dollar company started. And he should be proud of what he's done, for he's finally made it into the editor it should have been in the first place. Valve, please fix.
Yeah. I will say, probably not. I mean, yes, it definitely is. PBR would be possible to bring to Source, but I think it's going to take more than just, that kind of upgrade is going to take more than just a Hammer upgrade. I think. Like, you could develop a tool, probably a separate tool that we could do something similar. But I don't think you'd be able to just do it in Hammer. I mean, maybe you could. This just makes me more eager to program my own 3D modeling software. 3D modeling software, though, oh my god. That's like the peak. Other than developing a language to communicate with hardware, that is the next level. That's the next most difficult thing to do in my mind, is to make a 3D modeling software all on your, like, from scratch. I used Hammer++ for TF2. Right. It's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I think for the majority of the way you work in Hammer, it probably wouldn't make a huge difference in your workflow. But there's a few features, there's a bunch of little features that Hammer++ has that are just straight up amazing quality of life by the looks of it. Yeah. YouTube has forsaken me. The community edition editor has PBR-like things. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, totally possible. It's funny because at first when I thought about it, I was like, nah, and then the more I thought about it, I started backtracking. I was like, actually, you can make a separate editor, but no, actually, maybe you could do it in Hammer. Yeah. Dear. Yeah, Portal 2 CE, yeah. Desolation has LBR. Oh, you mean PBR. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Also, yeah, hey, Maddie. Long time no see. You been lurking? Ah, yeah, fair enough. Let's start with creating the base 3D engine using Visual Studio. Yeah. And that's one hell of an undertaking, Zach. Like, I wish you all the best if you go ahead with it, but that's one hell of an undertaking. Alright. This Kiwi was sick while Gabe was in New Zealand and emailed him. Gabe came and visited him for an hour in hospital. Oh. Okay. Is Gabe still in New Zealand? Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is back in 2021. Weird. So weird, but amazing. I really like. I appreciate Gabe Newell a lot. He's really cool. He's a really cool dude. Did you see the Portal 2 CE showcase RNG did for the music for? I don't think I have. At least I don't recall. Anyway, Super Seducer 2. Is this the game that I think it is?
You guys remember that game Super Seducer? I did a video for it. Well,
it is the person I think. Yep.
has offered to donate $25,000 to charity if I make a video about the sequel, Super Seducer 2. Now, normally, I would assume this is some kind of trick scenario, you know, to get free advertising, but if you look at Richard's shirt here, you can see that this is actually a very trustworthy guy. I mean, look at that shirt. I know it's been a while, but just in case the offer still stands, I wanted to check this out. The first thing that I'm noticing here is that it says Super Seducer 3 right on this menu here, which, you know,
oh
for
my god.
money, I say play that one. That's where the trilogy really comes full circle. But just for you, Richard, I play this one. All right. Mission number 1. You gotta seduce a supermodel. Okay, I can do that. What the fuck?
These games are so dumb.
Arthur, I'm hungry, man. Let's go to the restaurant.
See, now I can relate to this situation. This is just a typical day for me.
That was the objectives,
Okay, so
but
here
I'd
we are
probably
at
get a
McDonald's.
warning for spamming. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Look at the people in there are they're stunned. You know, they're just
Yeah,
sitting
no,
there
it's
stunned silence. As Richard
again.
enters.
If you do go ahead with that, Zach, I do wish you the best. There are famous people in New Zealand. Yeah. Someone you may know fairly well, is quite a famous. Did I spell his name? I did not spell it correctly, but that's fine. You probably know this dude. He is a New Zealand actor. Sam Neill. You probably know Flight of the Conchords. Very famous New Zealand musical duo. People like back in the 80s, it was like Crowded House, I think is the name. The band that's one of the more famous bands. The woman who plays Xena, Lucy Lawless, New Zealander. Anyway, we have New Zealand celebrities.
How do we approach? I'm thinking, don't approach at all. Eat a kumquat. Yep. Boom. Easy game, Richard. Easy game.
Forever
What can I
alone.
say? Okay, I picked a new option now. What? Richard, what are you doing? That's not the grandma.
Fuck?
What are you doing?
Security?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dumbass.
What?
Obviously you don't put your little finger through your trousers and wiggle it around like a dick.
Well, I think you should do that, Richard, so we can just...
Rorius? Oh my god.
Sorry.
Uh-oh. I'm getting a phone call.
I
Should
favored.
I take the call or should I just put it on mute? I'm gonna take the call. Let's take the call.
Lottie, I hate to do this, but I've got something really urgent. So it's lovely to meet you and all that, but I've got to go.
Right.
Bye.
See.
God, how rude.
Hey, buddy, what's so urgent?
There is a YouTube convention, my friend. Now is your chance.
Ooh.
What?
Who's there exactly?
Tim Sterling.
Fucking prick.
Yeah, fuck that. Wait, no, wait. What are we doing in this? Aren't we supposed to seduce the woman?
No, shut it.
He's
Let's
the only
fucking
guy in
do
New
this.
Zealand.
What? Wait. I'm sorry, Pro Jared.
Die, you fuckers.
I don't know what's happening. Oh my god. He killed fucking Jim Sterling and Pro Jared.
Jesus.
What the fuck is that? Game over, you won! Alright.
Yeah, I'm doing this pharmaceuticals thing, and then I also make YouTube videos as well.
Really?
So a bit of, yeah.
What YouTube videos?
Yeah, you know, just all different kinds of videos. So let's definitely meet again soon.
Pulling up
We
the
could,
cliff.
what could we do together?
To Reddit
we
it
could go
goes.
feed squirrels together.
Boom, there it is.
Oh,
I'd love
the
to
video
feed
you were
squirrels.
talking about? Oh, yeah, okay.
why
What
not?
is?
Nice one. The classic squirrel
2D rasterization
feeding
library.
session is
No!
always a winner with
That's
Sounds
not
interesting.
real. Okay, now there's another woman in a red convertible. Oh, okay, so we can just leave this one and go. Yeah, let's just approach the other one. Mine as well.
Ooh. You know what? I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to get her autograph quickly.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
back probably. Hang on.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
You blew blew it, lady.
I'm
oh
a
my
good
God.
person. That's why
This
I
was a
have a
mistake.
cat. Cat's a perfect day. I like
This lady will not shut the fuck up. She keeps talking about some cat or some dumb. Richard, use your stealth training. Here we go.
but actually, I started thinking that dogs are also not so bad. Are you listening for me?
Uh-oh, boys. We had another difficulty spike.
Looks like someone from
I don't know what to pick. I mean, all these
Corridor
sound
Crew
good
with
to
those
me.
glasses, right? Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm gonna go with tell her that if she doesn't have sex with you, she won't ever see her family again.
Of course you're gonna come back with me. Because if you don't, you'll never see your family again. You're gonna get them back in little pieces, and I'm going to eat their liver.
Whoa, Richard, Rich,
Wow.
Bubby, you blew it. What are you thinking out here, saying that you're gonna eat her family?
It's Sam Neill. It's not Sam Wheel.
It's like talking to a beginner. And secondly, why are we even talking to this lady? First you're chatting it up with this bimbo, then you start shooting missiles at Pro Jared, and now we're here when we should be talking to
Oh,
the
Taika
Ram.
Waititi.
There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
focus here,
That's
Richard.
he's
For
a
that reason,
hugely
I
famous
have to give this game a 0
New
out of
Zealander.
5. Wait a minute. He's got a raccoon now. Alright, I'm back in Chapter 3, Interracial Dating. Now we're getting to the real stuff. Shit, what do we do? Oh, no. Oh, but, talk about Fortnite.
I'm really into video games. Like, there's one I play called Fortnite.
Boom.
Okay. I think you should try it out sometime. Basically, like, you play in a group with other people on the web, and you have to build a fort, and then you have
Flight of
to keep the
Conchords is my
zombies out.
childhood.
Stop
Flight
the
of
video.
Conchords
No,
is top tier.
No. He is describing the campaign mode of Fortnite, which nobody
What's happening?
in the
Yeah,
entire
this
universe has ever
these
once played.
these
So
like
here
super
Michael's
seducer
talking about
videos
Fortnite.
are
Richard,
They're very
no,
popular.
No, don't you even get me fucking
they're
started.
so ridiculous.
Chapter 4. Now, the goal here is to find Habibi love. I don't know what that is.
This is kind of scary, so it makes us speak about it.
We get to play as a new character. Damn. Yeah. It's not even DLC.
You ever been dating against every graphics
Plan
library?
is,
Yeah.
I will go, meet her, seduce her, and slay her.
You know, is your
What
favorite
the
graphics
fuck
library,
did
except
he
it's a
just
gang
say?
engine.
Like horses?
Yeah, yeah.
Lady, you need to get out of there.
Ever had sex on a horse?
What?
I don't fucking trust this guy. Not for a goddamn shit.
You made Mahmoud so happy today.
Run! Run!
You really made the right decision.
This guy is 100% a serial killer. And you know what? I don't even think this guy has played Fortnite, to be honest. Whoa! What? What's happening now? What? I thought you would seduce women in this game. What is this? This is a fucking
It's like you
swag
can file like, a ton of PGs to save space. That's right.
Oh my god, they shot, they killed Richard. I gotta admit, I did not see that ending coming. Richard, if you're okay, please donate the money to the International Rescue Committee. I hear that's a pretty good one. Hope you're doing okay after that gunshot killed you.
That's fucking wild. that game. I'm glad that it seems like Super Seducer, at least with the second one, they've gone for the like craziness. They've gone lent hard into the craziness, because the first game seemed like it was trying to be serious. I'm sure it wasn't, but it kind of came across like it was. I've seen some. I remember seeing a couple of people on YouTube play a bit of it, and it came across like it was trying to be like, it was being silly, but it was being silly with the intention of teaching people something. At least that's what it came across like. And so I was like, ooh, this game's gross. But with the second game, they've like lent hard into like the silliness, it's honestly for the best. Because otherwise it's just like, ugh. What is this game? Pinball FX3? Oh, I think you told me about this. Yeah. Yeah, you told me about this game before. I've thought about it, but games like this are very, very niche, very specific kind of games. Very few people I know would jump at the opportunity to watch a video like that or a stream like that. So yeah, I will still give you a little upvote, but because not enough people use the game suggestion tag on here. Because the game suggestion tag should be really useful to me, like suggesting stuff on here. So that, like, at the reaction, I see it and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll add that to the list of things that are coming up. Oh yeah, for people who weren't here earlier, just a reminder that if you wish to suggest any games for Halloween, feel free to suggest them in the chat, because I will your game suggestion channel. Yeah, people ignoring my game suggestion. Well, no, I pay attention to the game suggestion channel on Discord, if that's what you're meaning. People ignoring my game suggestion flair. Shake my head. People not using the game suggestion flair on Reddit. Oh. Alright, the choice of weapon is banana gun. Yeah, I mean, I'd use banana gun if it fired something. Okay, let's have a look at this, and then I shall refresh the page. I have actually taken to using dark mode in most places now. A real-life T-1000 liquid metal motor paves the way for shape-shifting robots. Well, shit. Because I'll probably get claimed if I do anything on this. I'll just put that aside, and I'll have a look at that later. But yeah. Yeah. I have taken actually to using, I think I even use it on YouTube now. I never used to use dark mode on YouTube, but I actually use it now. I've just gotten used to it. I used to use light mode on some things, but things like, yeah, I've got dark mode on Twitter now as well. Dark mode on, I've always been dark mode Discord. But yeah, I'm now dark mode on YouTube as well. I'm dark mode everywhere now. Put 11foot.io at the start of the URL ads if the ads are too much, lol. Oh. He's evolving. If I understand you correctly. Ooh. Oh, no, it didn't work. It didn't work how I thought it would. Even my viewer was like, warning, this website. Wow. Multiple things were moved to quarantine when I tried using the 11foot.io thing. It did not work the way I thought it would. It just caused threats. And they got caught. Thankfully, Avera caught them immediately, it would seem. It was very good. Anyway. You Firefox too? I've heard across the grapevine on YouTube that maybe I typed it in wrong somehow. But I've heard across the grapevine on YouTube online that people are moving back to Firefox because Google is making Google Chrome no longer allow ad blockers. So people are moving back to Firefox. Then there's me, who's always been using Firefox. Yeah, I'll watch this one, and then we'll see if anyone has any last minute fire cringe. But they're removing ad blockers, Joan. The Google has said that they're soon going to be updating their Chromium system to no longer allow ad blockers. Chrome cringe, yeah. From now on, any web browser that is a Chromium-based browser will not be allowed to use ad block or have any kind of ad blocker. Firefox isn't a Chromium browser, so it can use ad blockers. You've been over to Firefox for a while now. Switched every few months before now, but now I'm staying on Firefox. Yeah. You use Firefox as your main browser as well. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. There's me over here who's been using Firefox since 2005 or 6. I remember it was funny because I used Firefox at home mainly because of my brother. My brother got us Firefox, and then like a couple of years later, in like 2007, I think, the school computers added Firefox as an option, and I was like, whoa, weird, because they were all Windows computers at my junior high. So I was like, whoa, weird. I've been using this for years already. I was a hipster with Firefox before it even became like an option in sort of, well, before most people got sort of exposure. Most of my friends got exposure to it. And then yeah, I've used it ever since. Rorius on Brave browser. I think that's Huh. We'll have to find out. Google will use the RoboLiquid metal tech to their advantage. Yeah. You're old? How dare. Removing the API that AdBlock used. Yeah. A lot of people support Chrome but not Firefox, but if more people use Firefox, people will be forced to support it. Yes, exactly. The more people on Firefox, the stronger Firefox gets. The more support it gets, the more third-party support it gets. The more it's good for me. Alright, let's have a look at this. So apparently RNG made the music for this showcase.
Welcome to Portal 2 Community Edition, a brand new way to mod a map, made by the community for the community. My name is Mr. Calais, but most people just call me Ace. I'm one of the department heads
Mr.
of
Calais.
Portal 2 Community Edition, lead level designer and campaign leader, as well as the public relations person. During this event, we will give you an insight as to what has been going on behind the scenes, and later, we'll be answering questions that were asked by those in our Discord, so make sure to follow the link in the description if you want to participate in the next Q&A.
Polished PCs are just Edge and Chrome. These days, yeah.
I'm a programmer for P2CE. My main focus so far has been improving the engine. Arguably, the largest contributor to file size in Source Engine games or maps is textures. A very rough analysis on large maps with lots of custom assets gave that around 48% of file size is made up of textures alone. This is largely because of the way
I don't think Firefox will do that because they're open source.
If you want to make a texture that will show up in-game, you first have to convert your image, which could be a JPEG,
more so, at least,
PNG, or any other format, to a VTF file, so that the engine knows how to handle the image data. However, VTFs only compress this image data.
Internet Explorer is no longer supported, and Edge is a Chromium-based browser.
They're generally massive. For example, a single
I don't know about
texture
Safari,
can reach
honestly.
sizes of about 90 megabytes, which is the size of some full games. To solve this, we've added deflate compression to the VTF format. We'll skip the technical details of this, but this is a method that highly resembles PNG compression and allows very low file sizes without sacrificing image detail at all while remaining extremely fast. After testing over the entire texture collection of a few games, this
Your music said the
60%
tingling.
size reduction on
Welcome,
average.
RNG.
Combined with the 48%
Welcome to your own
this means
music.
that on average, you will be able to take off about a third of total map size by simply compressing all your textures beforehand.
Source Engine is somewhat notorious.
Firefox is open source. I thought so. I was like unsure if it's 100% open
One
source.
of the
but-
trickiest weights on map loading times I found showed up as these strange large gaps, where it looked like the engine wasn't doing much. The cause of this issue turned out to be from the engine mistakenly thinking that it was in multiplayer mode, while it was actually in single player mode, choking down the size of how much info can actually be sent from the server to the client to be something more suitable for the internet. After we remind the engine that it's actually in single player, you can see that gap disappear. As you can see, on average, we're seeing load times that are about 28% faster. While there are more problems to be solved and data to be gathered, soon enough we'll be loading maps at top speed.
How did you arrive right as we were watching this?
Source 2 has been a huge inspiration in terms of engine.
How did that happen?
Hi, I'm JJL77. I'm a programmer for Chaos on both P2C and Momentum Mod. Currently, I'm primarily concerned with engine work.
You still want last
Linux
video?
work, and
Okay.
our tools, both open source and
Cool.
internal. In Source 2, Valve completely overhauled the engine's tool suite, opting to integrate things like the model browser and Hammer as
No
engine
clue.
tools, much like Source 1's
How does this shit? How does stuff like this keep happening?
The game itself.
Because
reducing
Tiana
the
arrived
difference
as well,
between
right as I was
model
watching one of
box
her
and
submissions.
versus in-game. Lucky for us, parts of what would become SFL
I don't know if Tier 1
source
still works
tools
on this.
are left in the code base for us to use. Using Qt, we've redesigned the model browser and created an asset browser tool, both of which are heavily inspired by Source 2's model doc and asset browser respectively.
No? Oh.
These new tools are being designed in an extremely modular fashion, so
How
they
come?
may be easily integrated into Hammer and other large
If Slash
standalone
was kicked
tools.
out. Oh, okay.
Not only does this reduce code duplication and improve consistency between tools, this allows us to individually design and test tool components before integrating them elsewhere. The work shown here is still early, more is to come.
My name is Don Simon, but everyone calls me Andy. I'm a level and a puzzle designer for P2CE, and I'm co-department lead of the campaign. The clean style of showing a course is the most Portal 1-esque so far. As the closest that we got to humans was in the first Portal game, it was really important to catch a bigger fish and somehow assimilate this human way of making test chambers with Portal 2's robotic style.
Was that a
This also
teleporter
means
cube?
that the only thing you like
Wait. That's a teleporter cube, isn't it? So, the laser goes into this cube and comes out this cube? Is that what's going on here? I think that's what's going on here. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
Portal 2's robotic style. This also means that the only thing you like is going to come back in fashion.
For his temperament / how he worked with other people. I've heard, yeah.
This theme is an
He's
extension
had that problem
of
for a
the
while,
Schrödinger
and
clean style.
we tried to help
Although the
him.
section of
Or at least
aperture-
I tried to help Tier 1 a bit with that. To just explain, like, I remember I had this conversation with him at one point that was something along the lines of, he needs to understand the way he says things. He needs to be careful about the way he says things, because he tends to be quite blunt and also speak as if he's an authority on things when he's not necessarily an authority on things. There's certain ways that he would speak that he didn't, I don't think, for a lot of it, I don't think he actually intended it to be taken a certain way, but it was, because the way he was saying it was naturally is taken that way, you know. But yeah, I still hope that he can sort that out for himself, and yeah. Anyway.
science was mishandled and poorly managed previously, it's not really a lost cause. With the scientists in control,
Yeah, no,
the facility is desperately
Firefox and
trying
Chrome
to
are
prepare
direct
itself in the
competitors.
face of the mundane catastrophe.
Ooh, I like the blue laser.
The inspiration for this burning facility came from Dre's Postmortem 02, so is the grunge style. Some bits came from the Half-Life 2 Episode 1 Citadel section. You can feel it in the skybox, the lighting, with frequent fireballs that are falling from the ceiling.
6 tracks in 2 days. Shit.
Hey everyone, my name is Fernie, and I work on designing puzzles and art passing levels for the Portal 2 Community Edition campaign.
I'm
as
very
well as
keen to
additional
try this
tutorials on
out.
modeling and media design. To bring in more variety to the campaign's visuals, we've been working on a theme that expands on the overgrown aesthetic by shifting environmental colors towards a warmer,
Which Bernie
more
Sanders meme was that?
autumn-inspired palette, which can be seen on the several foliage assets scattered across this test chamber, as well as on the natural lighting coming from the hole in the ceiling.
Page and exposure.
Hi,
Oh my god.
my name's Frosty. I'm an asset artist on P2CE. I've been working on revamping various iconic assets from Portal in order to make use of our new physically based rendering shader. This shader allows the artist to create texture maps, which hold both roughness values and metallic values, on top of the colour and the bump map, allowing for a far more realistic appearance. The surface can reflect more lighting from areas where it should, and vice versa. The metallic
Why do I
map will
recognize
define
this guy's
areas that should be
voice?
shaded as non-dielectric, as they would in the real world. I've recently been working on recreating the test chamber textures using this PBR workflow, and these assets will be available as official downloadable content for those
Oh, yeah, I do remember that, RNG.
Hi, my name is Alex Stewart, and
Yeah,
I'm a
PBR,
Chaos Core
yeah.
maintainer and the server infrastructure team lead. There's a lot that goes on.
Oh,
behind
I
the
actually
scenes
haven't
in
seen
Chaos,
that yet.
And one of the things that few
Joan,
people may have heard
the
about
Portal
is
1
the server
RTX trailer.
infrastructure that keeps P2C's team workflow running smoothly. In order for our team members to effectively
gonna say,
collaborate,
I was gonna say that I was like looking at the names, and Frosty was the only one I could recognize. I was like, I recognize that voice. Yeah. They've joined us before. I knew that voice.
We use multiple Git servers and automatic CI/CD pipelines to build our engine and deploy to Steam. Did you know that as of today our engine has over 5,000 commits and 1,000 pull requests merged? Recently we completed a move for our Git servers to a dedicated server platform, increasing the reliability of our internal services significantly. Our server costs are not cheap, and currently the costs are coming out of team members' pockets. So if you can...
Wait, what do you mean? I didn't recognize you. RG, were you in there for a second? I missed it.
French style. Some bits came from the Half-Life.
This shader allows the artist to create texture maps.
...the server infrastructure that keeps P2C's team workflow running smoothly. In order for our
yeah, I'm
team
in the
members to
voices.
effectively collaborate,
I recognize you right away.
automatic CI/CD pipelines to build our engine and deploy this.
And I also thought it was fantastic that the editor was named this. No, I recognized the voice of Frosty. I recognized Frosty's voice like immediately. As soon as his part came up, I was like, this part here. I was like, that voice. It sounds so familiar. Like I'd already seen you in the description. Oh, I see.
Steam. Did you know that as of today our engine has over 5,000 commits and
Modeler,
1,000
not.
pull
Okay.
requests merged?
Right, I was gonna say.
Recently we
I
completed
just took
a
that
move
they were
from
in
our
your
Git
team,
servers
yeah.
to a dedicated server platform, increasing the reliability of our internal services significantly.
That means pillow.
Our server costs are not cheap, and currently the costs are coming out of team members' pockets.
Oh.
So if you can, please consider showing your support on our Open Collective page. Every little counts. We are continuing heavy work behind the scenes on our infrastructure, and there are some services that we may or may not be announcing in the future, so stay tuned.
Cool. Yeah. I'm really keen to give that a try. To give that version of Portal a try, you know. There's a lot of cool little features there. Like yeah, a lot of cool like little mechanics that have been added in like into the base of Portal 2 that you know, now modders and mappers and stuff like that can just use if they wish. You know, it looked like, yeah, as I was saying, it looked like there was a portal laser cube. And there's like the blue laser, you're able to recolor the lasers and shit. There's a lot of little cool little things that's really cool. Gritty as a keyboard layout, yeah. RNG uses Azerty. So like when it comes to keybinds and stuff like that, I have no idea what it will be for RNG. Yeah. I'll say very cool things for Portal 2 Community Edition. Currently also leading a tool for it, so that's cool. Ah, nice. Digits. Hammer does not have customizable keybinds. Ah, yeah. Ooh, so that is painful. Yeah. What about Hammer Plus Plus? Actually, does that have customizable keybinds? I wonder. Anyway, we'll just watch these last three here. We'll have this the Portal 1 RTX trailer be the last video today. We'll watch these last three things.
What are we doing in shopping mall? I'm gonna get a sweet dress. What a bloody hell! Come with me if you want to dress like Canadian hippie crossdresser with passion, full teeth and pain is. Whoa! Stupid idea! Yes!
Gary Small.
Man! Yay! What do you think about this dress? That's our bloody bra.
Is someone gonna stop the fucking talk?
Wait, that animation. That was so good. This bit here. That camera movement.
Your
So
mother?
good.
freaking dumb bib-wearing cow freak! Freaks can die! Heavy can you beat box? Very well!
Can you beatbox?
You bloody dead! I love unicorn! Porn!
You!
LOL!
Watch one finger in your ass.
What? This is a real freaking embarrassment.
Nice shit.
Heavy fucking my ass. That's an order.
It's perfect.
Back. What did I miss? 6. I love your dress. Damn, old man. Thanks.
It's good time to
Flush.
This is what God would use to shoot your mother.
Very bad.
Did. Oh, perfect. I love cheap can. Nan. No.
Nan.
That is not chicken. That is scout.
What? Scout crawl out of me ass. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom! This is the Canada, not a Scotland. Let's go. Get a girl.
Who am I
haircut.
seeing?
Sniper. Scissors cuts penis. We need to get a girl haircut.
Nice.
They were watching a video on the phone. Yeah. Oh, it's Nando's. That's what that Nan was.
My ass. I'll put it in my trophy room with the others.
This is
What is happening?
Hey, too slow.
It is good day to be high
I love me accordion. What should we do with the drunken needers? I think we will need to. But 6. Flip you all pain is when grab some air.
Don't act me cock. It's so hard. Come to snuff.
No.
I'm bleeding. You're Jane Austen. I think I'm dead. You know what you're dominating now? Dominos. Sniper, I am full of and I have
Sure, about the sentences that people can make.
Yeah.
They consider recording as impressive. It is. It is very impressive. Brad, you came for the spooky. There hasn't been a whole lot of spooky today, but I think there is something coming. Something is boo.
I love to smoke chimney.
But there will be lots of spooky this month. I think people will be. I think enough people will be pleased with what I have planned for October.
never.
If I stick to my schedule, then there should be lots of spooky horror.
It is what?
Penis vodka.
Ooh, cast your eyes on this.
Sure, there is a lot of voice clips for TF2. But to like find enough to make all of this.
Thanks. Nice. Now that's quality. It's Russian. Dumb son of a bitch.
That there's an
negatory.
Did that scare you? Yeah, this is Fever Dream. This is like one of my.
Demo man. Oh, hello, Paydem, Demo man. I want an autograph. Sweet land of liberty.
Demo man. What? Tell me. Do I smell
Playtesting
shit?
ASM unfinished, very scary. Yeah. It's 6 p.m. Yeah, it's significantly earlier for you. That was absolute madness. I feel like I've seen a couple of this person's stuff before, and all of their stuff, all of their SFM stuff is like wild. It's Fever Dream-esque wild stuff. Okay, it's technically spooky, but like it's just an image. Ooh. Ooh. This is part of Zach's game that they're making. Zach is making a game, Night of the Clown, horror game. Well, it's a map, isn't it? It's a mod for Half-Life 2 essentially. It's source base. Yeah. That's what I really meant. Still, it's a game. You're making a game. Now that I don't have to go to bed at 4 a.m. Yeah. Just keeps going with Anthony prompt. This was written with low to zero oxygen available. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that is a little teaser of Night of the Clown. Ooh. But yeah, for the last thing of the stream, yeah, unfortunately we are wrapping up, but this is the last thing we're gonna watch. We've got Portal, the RTX reveal trailer. Yeah, so for people who really want the spooky, I'm gonna put watched on here as well. For people who really want the spooky, stay tuned, because I have plans for plenty of scary in October. Let's just say there's a few games that I've been meaning to play in a series that I've been either holding off playing because they're horror, and I was like, oh, I'll play that during October. There's actually a big list of things that I chose from, that I whittled it down to about like 4 series things. There's still space available because I didn't want to completely fill up my schedule. But I think I've got like 4 series planned and a handful of like little things. But you'll have to wait and see. And again, anyone here who's watching for the end of the stream here, oopsies, if you have any suggestions for games you want me to play during October, if there's any horror stuff you really want to see me try out, post it in the comments, post it in the chat, post it wherever, and I shall check it out and see what you guys are interested in seeing. I did something for a friend. I'm gonna poke you on Twitter to see if you want to do something similar. Oh, okay. No, yeah, do it on Twitter. I'm more on Twitter than Discord. Although I have been trying to stay on Discord for project-related stuff. But I plan to do a little post. I'm gonna post a few like idea things on our project thing channel later today. So I will be on Discord, but I think Twitter. Go with Twitter. It's better. Rorius, would you be good with me shooting you a random download link for a thing out of the blue on Discord? You can do that. I will say, if you get something completed for October, I'll definitely give it a try. Probably do it, like, since it's just a short demo, I'll probably do a video of it instead of a stream. Because I am, the spoiler alert, I'm going to do a couple of little videos throughout the October. You should play the Portal 2 Office Prank. I think I already have. The Portal 2 Office Prank. That's the one with the mannequins, right? That's the one where, like, you're going through your office and then there's like mannequins start showing up in all different places. I believe, I played that on a stream years ago. Yeah. There's a Halloween sequel. Ah. I may or may not have played that. Yeah, anyway, let's watch this. It's only a minute long.
I'm making a note here. Huge success. We do what we must because we
Open a portal to RTX. Oh, I like the light going through the portal. That's cool.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Computer.
I understand like I can understand people's opinion of like the style is lost. It's a very different style. Looks way more sci-fi than original Portal. But still it's still a fascinating. It's still fascinating seeing how like the glow affects the environment. And I like the energy orb being a dynamic light source. That is very cool. Coming in November, it's free DLC for Portal owners. I don't have an RTX card. I can't play it. No. It's not fair. No, it's not fair. It had twice the color. Sorry, it's a really obscure reference. I still like it. Yeah. Yeah. I have to go. I have to. My poor voice. I'm gonna have to. The lighting in the back here, this looks crazy. It does. It does. That freaking portal at the end of like the sewer trench thing that you have to go in, like you briefly appear in that little trench before the like turret ambush, the massive turret ambush. Having a portal at the end of one of those dark, sewery kind of floor areas, and having that like portal like light up the environment, that like dark environment, super cool. Yeah, I will say it for people who are fans of the original vibe of Portal 1, like it does kind of kill that original style, and it makes it look a lot more like sci-fi futuristic. However, of it in terms of it in its own context, if you think of it just as being a completely separate context, separate game in its own context, super cool looking. Looks moist, yeah. We can do co-commentary. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, interesting idea. I'll have to join you in VC. Because I'm not as familiar with Portal as you are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm about to slip on wet floor. I can already smell my laptop melting just thinking about it. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I can't play it because I require an RTX card, and I don't have that. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have to join Digits in his stream. Whenever you stream at Digits, I'll have to join you. You'll have to let me know ahead of time so I can join you. Super cool though, super cool. I feel RTX would work much better as a valued addition with Portal 2. Right, I do think, I mean, why not both? Bring RTX to Portal 2 as well? Yeah, I mean yeah. I mean, there's a lot of mods that do that, because a lot of people like Portal 2 style. And then a lot of people prefer Portal 1 style, and that's fair. Aesthetic choice. But yeah, no, it's very cool to see it, in my opinion. Portal 1 is more of a gimmick, but I feel like it did Zork. Wait, Zork? You mean work much better in Portal 2? Zork, the game, the text adventure game. It would text adventure game much better in Portal 2. Can't even play TF2, so it should be fun. Yeah, I thought that must be work. Stupid Mac autocorrect. Yeah. Portal 1 Half-Life Source Edition be like, yeah. It is like Portal 1 Source, Portal 1 RTX. It's like the Minecraft RTX as well, you know. It's wild. Night of the Clown is probably the same length as the mop horror game. Right, yeah, so that's why I thought I'd do it in a video. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it in a video. That was an impressive autocorrect. Yeah. Playing Portal as a text adventure. Exactly. I was like, oh my god, that'd be amazing. Portal 1 Zork edition. Oh dear. You're like presented, like the description for the room is like super complicated because it's just like a ton of stuff. And you have to like open portal. It's like, where would you like to place your portal? East wall. Like, oh my god, we have the power. Oh my god, I might just add that to my list of suggestions. RTX done here revisits Portal 1 art style rather than embellish and show the real potential of. Right, I see what you mean. Right, I see what you. Yeah, but I like the idea of going back and just adding RTX to everything, just to see what it looks like. Like not necessarily to show off how amazing RTX is, but just to be like what does this look like with RTX? Yeah. When do you usually play horror games? Halloween. Like this time of the year is usually when I play horror stuff. But I like to play horror all like throughout the year. Because I do enjoy horror as a game, as a genre of game. ASM RTX win, yeah.
SCP, maybe?
I played the original SCP Containment Breach.
Yeah, but the newer one.
Yeah, I played several of the demos of the Unity/Unreal version. But it's been a long time since I last played it, so I'm sure there's updates. And I haven't played any of the multiplayer ones, or the ones that are on Steam. So yeah, modern SCP stuff could be interesting. Oh, right, I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, as in when during the day, not when during the year. I usually record early. Or actually, no, last time I recorded it was like 6 p.m. I mean, it depends. It depends when I'm free to record. I don't usually record these days, so, it's just whenever I have time. Feels like more like a gimmick for showing, look at cool reflections. And it's 100% what it is. Play ASM with Reshade. Oh. It doesn't and can't have RTX. This RTX style laptop will gladly turn my room into a heat box of death yet. I know, a scary game. Crash of the Titans. That's a terrifying prospect. I think it's too scary for me. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, any last minute suggestions for horror stuff people want to see me play, maybe? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up and we'll call it there. Pre-baked lightning is superior to everything. Pre-baked lightning is superior. I'm sorry, I just can't even jokingly agree to that. I mean, technically it is ray traced, but like live real-time lighting is so good. Being able to see things emitting a light source that like seeing an energy orb emitting a light source makes me want to play with energy orbs again. You know me and energy orbs. I have a strong toxic relationship with energy orbs. No, I don't have a toxic relationship. I have absolute hatred of energy orbs. It's a one-sided hatred of energy orbs. But when they emit light, that makes them so much more interesting. Instead of a GTA 6's lighting. I mean, whatever they release for GTA 6, I'm sure will be amazing. Once it finally comes out. It's still a long way away. No one wants to play with energy orbs. Yeah, exactly. Like, but like the lighting suddenly makes me like curious. I'll be curious for all of like 5 minutes, and then I'll be like, oh my god, I'm done with energy orbs again. Yeah, I remember that too, Joan. Yeah. I suppose you could call it a love-hate relationship. I hate orbs, and they love to kill me. Yeah. The first dislike I ever got? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, any last horror suggestions? Anyone have any horror games they want me to play? Because I have a few games lined up, but like if there's a specific horror thing you want to give me. I know RNG, you don't like horror, so like I can understand you not having any. But like, is there anything you've been like dying to see me play? Any horror stuff? I've already. I'm glad to confirm that. At least a couple of things I selected. Joan approves of. Do you still play any VR? I still have VR, although actually the other day one of my sensor boxes fell over, and so I'm not sure if my VR still works. I'll have to test it. don't have it set up, so I don't tend to play VR much these days, but I still could, theoretically. And I still have my PSVR, so I still have PlayStation VR. Yeah, I have these stands that have the sensors, and I accidentally pushed a chair into one of the sensor stands, and it like fell over. Iron lung. Oh, I'll write it down. Where can I write it down? I'll open a notepad. Nope, not that. Notepad. Iron lung. Because I did see some people playing that, and it did seem interesting. Started playing Prey, my heart. Yeah, I've already played Prey. It's really good. It's a good game. And yes, it is like, it's a good mixture of like RTS. Sorry, yeah. Not RTS. FPS and horror. Like there's a good like combo of like action and horror in that game, I think. I did contemplate revisiting VHS. But I just don't know that they would have changed enough by now for it to be worthwhile, in my opinion. Yeah, so I have seen someone playing Iron Lung. Very cool, like, old school style game. Only on the game because I saw you play it. I thought it was neat. But playing it is a whole different ballpark. Yeah. I should replay Waterline. Oh, just as in the replay your game jam game that I played on the channel. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. I've played some horror in VR before. Yeah, like Brad was asking before. I do sometimes play VR, and I have played horror. Horror VR is very scary though. Unity, I hear, is a good horror game. Horrific bugs, yeah. For your first game jam. I uninstalled VHS because I ran out of space, lol. Yeah, it's like, I should be uninstalling more games. I should uninstall it too, because I'm running out of space on my freaking like 4 terabyte hard drive that I have my Steam stuff on. It's very on brand. I suppose. Yeah. Quick horror game jam, 1 week, go. Yeah. Oh, that'd be really cool. But I can't turn around a game jam in 1 week. As in like get it going immediately. Yeah, not that I'd start it in 1 week. Yeah, you know what I mean. Horror themed Portal mod. I mean, I guess that's kind of what wait, I'll just write Halloween office prank. That's kind of what office prank is. Yeah. Everyone make your jankiest horror game yet. Fully epic edition. That's actually scary. I think I have it downloaded. I just haven't played it. Night of the Clown VR. Yeah, oof. Oh, hey Poppy. Hey. I hope you're doing well. Play a game that isn't horror, but pretend to be scared. Oh my god. It's not scary. Horror video. I definitely do it as a video. I shall write it down. We'll see if I actually do it, but I'm going to write it down. That's a brilliant idea. Alright. Moondust Part 2. Wait. Moondust, isn't that I was gonna say, I recognize that name. Isn't that the game you guys made? Yes, it is. Being scared of Hat in Time, yeah. Okay. I'll give you... We'll give you that one more chance to suggest. One more serious chance. And, Happy Game. I have seen... I think I have it on my wish list. Yeah, that game looks really disturbing. Alright, I'll write it down.
Like Happy Tree Fan.
No, I mean, yes and no.
It reminds like just the name's like Happy Tree Fan.
It's like a cartoony looking game. However, it also looks horrifically disturbing, like gory and stuff. But I realize I'm describing, but like not gory just in like real, like typical style gore, like a happy smiley emoji suddenly becoming like hyper realistic, teeth, and like eating,
like sort of body horror.
Yeah, it's like it's got like elements of almost like elements of body horror in it. Queen Vanessa is terrifying. You're right. That was a genuinely scary bit. Yeah. Yeah, body horror is a good. Yeah. RNG agrees. Body horror is the way to describe it. Yeah. It probably is. There probably are some horror Hat in Time mods, but yeah. All right. Well, I'll just write down Hat in Time just in case mods, and also I've already written Portal 2 mods. Yep. All right. Cool. I got some suggestions just in case I decide not to play one of the game series things, or like I have some spaces that I want to fill with something. I've got some suggestions from you guys. Thank you very much, guys. I know this isn't horror, but Slime Rancher 2 released the other day. I have streamed it. I've done 2 streams on that. I miss the videos, honestly. Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I like doing the videos. I honestly do miss them a lot. And that's why part of me also wonders whether because I'm in the short list for getting a job. So this whole plan I have for October might go out the window if I get a job and I just can't keep streaming. But yeah, like once I do start my job, I might consider like checking to see if people are still interested in editing videos for me, and start, because I want to be able to pay you guys. So once I have a job and I have money, I might be able to pay someone to actually edit videos. It probably won't be good pay, but I'll be able to pay someone, and then I'll record it. I'll do mostly videos instead of streams. That's definitely a thought of mine, because I think for me the recording is the thing. Recording and streaming, like let's just say recording is the shortest of all the forms of me doing YouTube. Streaming, the only problem with streaming is that it takes a lot of energy to stream compared to recording. But the editing, man, just so time consuming. I wanted to tell you I now have the time. I have job time. Okay. I'm amazed that you, RG of all people, have time. Yeah, well, all I'll have to figure out is I'll have to change something to do with the way I record, because currently my recording sizes are massive. So I need to find a way to reduce my recording size. Probably switch from the automatic adjustment quality system that I currently use to a more standard, like, bitrate based recording system. But yeah, I need to figure out how to record with much smaller file sizes, and once I do that, I can start uploading them to somewhere and getting people to download them and do all that and edit them for me. Yeah. I have no idea, Zach. No idea. It's never done that before. Yeah. I thought that might be the case. Okay, well, yeah. I'll definitely, once that comes to fruition, which it will do in the immediate future sometime. I just don't know when. I will contact people to see about possibly editing videos for me. Yeah. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a good, good morning, good day, / good evening, / good night. And then I just end the stream. Yeah. I hope you guys are looking forward to this month of spooky streams and some videos. Yeah. The end, TM. Because I'm gonna be playing some games that I know I'm gonna regret playing because they're really scary. I think the very first stream thing that I'm gonna do, I think people will immediately be like, "Oh, I see. He's serious about doing horror." And some of the rest of them are not as scary, but the first one I'm doing is one of the big ones. It's like, oh god. And I don't actually know how well I'll do in it because it's genuinely a terrifying and difficult game. Yeah, you can get Visual Studio 2020, or 2019 at least. What version of... I think I have Visual Studio 2019. You can get them for free with the community editions. Oh, is it not under... Oh, it is under V there. Yeah, actually, I have Visual Studio 2017 and 2019.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you for renewing your membership. I appreciate it. It's 11 months now. Nice. I swear it said 10 months when I read it earlier, but it must have said 11. Yeah, thank you for renewing your membership. Clearly, it's Thief Simulator. I've been playing a bit of Thief Simulator just for fun, and yeah, I really like that game. It's really good. I also played Sneak Thief, which is the game that came before it on YouTube, and it is very buggy and not very good compared to it. Thief Simulator is significantly more advanced. Also, hey Blana, welcome to the stream. I'm just wrapping up. Sorry, we're just finishing up the stream, but if you want to check out some of the stuff I watched on this Reddit reaction video stream, maybe head back to the start of the stream and give it a watch. A horror text-based game would be really cool, actually. I'm pretty sure there are some horror text-based games, but that would be really cool. And there's plenty of horror point-and-click games that I could play. It has to be said. I'll write it down. I'll see if I can find any horror text-based game. We'll see if I can find any. Oh, it's because it's the 6-month badge RNG. Once you get to 12 months, it'll switch to the 12-month badge. Yep. I started playing one called In the Trees. I'll put In the Trees, ? Okay. The Blackwell games are good and a bit spooky, but I don't know if it's spooky. I was gonna say, I definitely want to keep... I'm probably gonna keep up the horror stuff. If I enjoy myself enough during this October, I'll probably want to keep up the spooky, so I'll definitely play some more spooky stuff in November and December. And I actually kind of like doing a spooky Christmas thing. I've enjoyed that in the past, so this Christmas might end up being like a spooky... I might end up making the whole last 3 months of this year all spooky stuff. But we'll see. It probably won't be all spooky, but I'll keep the spooky up. So, I mean, I'm going to add Blackwell to this list as well. Blackwell. Because I have them. Thank you, Digits. So I may as well add them to the list. But yeah, see ya, RNG, and see ya, everyone else. I'm going to head off now. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day / evening / night / whatever. I'll let you know if it's any good. Okay. yeah, just text me if it's any good. Job now. yeah. I'm trying. I really hope this job comes through because it is at least, it's something. I've been trying to get a very specific kind of job, and it's proving very difficult. And so I've broadened my net a little. And this job that I've applied for, that I've been shortlisted for, is in one of those broader net jobs. So fingers crossed. But yeah, see you guys. Have a good rest of your thing. Have a good rest of your time. And I'll see you all next time. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.